Welcome into the Cam Strick Podcast, episode number. Dude, you're.
Oh,
do
God.
We have to start over?
No.
You're like an old man, dude. Can
I sneezing.
Hold on. Episode number 190.
Oh,
Brought to you by Hair Club, baby.
yeah, dude.
Restore, replace, regrow. Hairclub.com/Cam and Strick, baby. Get that. You don't need to live your life without hair, man.
Yeah.
If there's a solution, and there's a solution for everybody. And,
Is there a solution for you with something that we need to talk about off the bat?
Dude, we'll talk about your game.
You
are getting bashed
So
right
here's
now.
the deal. I took Andy.
I can't believe how much heat
I'll
you're
send it.
taking, dude.
Okay.
You're taking some fucking heat.
Fine. Okay. So Andy does a lot for me and the podcast. So I'm like, come out to St. Albans. We have a golf tournament today with what is it for? Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame.
St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame,
which I'm a part of, and Andy's not yet, but he will be eventually if he keeps doing well with this podcast. So anyway,
you think this contributes to like
well,
amateur hockey
something
in St.
needs
Louis?
to happen. Well, you got to do something, and I think this is the best pathway for you. But so I'm like, okay, Andy wants to golf, so I bring him out to St. Albans. I got mimosas waiting at the house for him,
Which is what my wife drinks in the morning. I don't like mimosas. That's like the day after the wedding when you go to the wedding brunch.
he already bitches, you know. So
I wanted some Bloody Marys.
and I got you a goddamn Bloody Mary.
We did.
So I had Andy come on. We got our minds right. Everything's cool. I'm taking care of him. My buddies show up. We all go up to the clubhouse. I get them drinks. Everything's nice. We go on the hole and we start golfing. And right off the first fucking hole, I'm already like so bad. And I hate driving the ball because I always just fuck up. And
Cam doesn't drive,
I don't drive, so I let my buddies drive for me.
which is kind of like.
Oh, it's pathetic.
No, that's kind of like that's like
No,
pussing
Andy,
out.
It's
dude.
pathetic.
pussing out.
No, I know. I'll talk. Thank
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
So the first hole, I open a bag of teas and they explode everywhere like a jackass. And so Andy films me.
And the neighbors are watching.
And everybody's watching.
Oh, can we talk about beforehand
Not done.
how we
I'm
went
not
into
done.
the clubhouse
I'm not done.
and the ladies are coming up to me?
Yeah.
They know Cam. What happened? You saw it.
What'd they do?
Are you Andy? Like the ladies are coming up. Cam lives there, and they're not even talking to him. So the day was getting off to a great start already.
Sure.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Anywho, so I spill a shit Andy fucking films me, posted it. I'm like, okay.
They told me to.
Okay.
By the way.
Okay. All right. You want to play that game? Okay. That's fine. So we go, and again, I'm hooking him up with everything. My buddies are taking care of him. We're having a good time. And so finally, you could tell Andy's he's just a little pretty mellow. Too maybe a little too mellow. Catch my drift. And so all of a sudden we're at one hole, and my buddy starts filming him, and I could just tell Andy knows that we're all just really this particular hole. We're all just really watching him,
Like locked in.
and we're filming him. And Andy,
But I didn't know I was being filmed.
Andy has the biggest trifecta of fuck ups you'll ever see on any kind of golf course. Your stance is the most goofy, unathletic fuck thing I've ever seen in my life. Your clubs are the size of what Ty would use.
Your clubs are too short too. I heard that from a lot of
Andy,
people
stop
also.
deflecting. Just settle down and take a beating.
I think I was using your club.
Settle
there,
down
actually.
and take your beating. You got to take it and you got to like it
All right,
today,
well,
homie.
let's
It's all good.
Let's hear what you got.
So anyway, my buddy, you got to look at my. He's lucky I didn't post this on Twitter. He goes, you really would have been fucked. But Andy swings and misses, and then I start chirping, and then
it's a practice swing.
and then he swings and misses again,
practice.
and then we're all like, oh God, and then he swings and toes it, and it hits the goddamn golf cart and goes back and hits him right in the leg.
This is
It is
like
the most.
the end of the day.
It is the the worst. Dude, Andy, I have people coming out of the woodworks texting me. He's like, is he that bad of an athlete? And I'm like, not really, but this was so bad. I can't defend you on it. And look, people could chirp me about my golf game. I was a pro athlete. I was fucking fighting guys 6 foot. And I'm not done. 6'9".
I don't know about all
I played
this.
10 years in the NHL. I have my athleticism. I could run. I could jump higher than Andy. I could do all this stuff better than Andy as far as athleticism
That's not
is
true, dude.
concerned.
I could beat you in basketball.
You
I'm
can't
a better
do
football player.
a God
I'm faster than you.
Yeah, right.
And
so
and
anyway,
I got better hands than you
okay.
too.
So anyway,
you know
I'm
that
already
too.
like you chirp me about not being good at golf, but I'm a fucking pro athlete. Okay, Andy's not, and so when Andy looks unathletic, everything's amplified. And I had so many calls from David Perron to Patty Maroon.
Perron didn't call you.
To texting me. Not call, texting me. Patty FaceTimed me. Patty FaceTimed me last night, and I was so kind of drunk, I didn't answer it. And I knew it was because of that. I mean, from Clayton Keller
Keller was all over you.
Oh, my God. No.
Oh, they all are.
That's fine. But yours was so much worse.
I got Hall of Famers after you, too.
Everybody is bashing Andy so bad. And, yes, they've already known me being bad at golf for years. I've been doing these golf tournaments to all these guys for years. You haven't. So you're still new. And you weren't an athlete. And so now that you look so unathletic, I felt bad for you. I went home. And before I posted that, I showed my wife. She started crying of laughter. But she goes, don't you dare post that.
I agree with that.
I go, why? She goes, of all the stuff he does for you. Of all the stuff he does, you can't post that. I go, fuck that. I'm posting that mug on Insta story because it's going to go away. I didn't do it on Twitter. I didn't do it on Facebook. I saved you from more humility, but you were bashed so bad in that 24-hour sequence. It's unbelievable what you did in that.
And you feel so good about this.
It was because you're filming me the whole fucking time.
One time.
You were filming me, and I go, you filming me again? No.
Cam,
you were one up on me. I had to get you back. I didn't even film that.
Because you spilled teas? Like, who cares? Is that like
because
that
you
hurt
missed
your feelings?
Because you missed a shot? Who cares?
We'll talk about the other shots.
Which ones?
I had some good shots.
Jeez, no one cares about your good shots, dude. They care about when you suck.
Well, you got to tell the people that I don't like swing and miss every time I go up there. I hit the ball.
You're fucking terrible.
Okay, but
you're fucking terrible.
But better than you.
Okay, I'll even give you that. Like, I'll give you anything you want to get.
You know that.
I'll give you anything you want. That. But you
won't even hit off the tee.
You looked so bad.
Okay.
I feel bad for you.
Okay, I feel bad for you.
And you know what? I talked about you on the radio. People were calling in talking about it. People were calling into the radio show.
Do you feel good about that?
Not really. I feel bad. I really do.
Oh, you really do?
Well, until I see the video again and I laugh my ass off again. But I don't like putting people on the spot. I don't like doing it, especially my business partners. But this is harmless. Your wife ain't going to be mad at you. Little ties, well, he might look at you like, oh, Jesus, Daddy, figure it out eventually. But, like, it's not bad. You're not doing anything. You just looked very unathletic. And people, you're a very cocky guy. You're a very confident dude. And so when you're humbled like that, people come out of the woodworks to fucking chirp you. And that's just the way it is. You could talk about me all you want. No one gives a fuck. They want to see you fuck up. And you did. And it's the funniest goddamn thing ever. And it's probably good for business if I did tweet that motherfucker around, just so you know. It's probably good for business. And you know what? If it was good for business, if I did something goofy that didn't fuck over Kate or didn't put me in a weird jam with something because something was in my hand or something, you know, and I was a goofball and I made everybody laugh because of my goofiness, and you said, can I post it on Twitter? I'd say yes. But for you, I'm not going to do it because I feel like guys are really ganging up on you and I feel bad about it. What are you going to say to me? Okay, your shoulders are too big. Yeah, they are. Sorry, I'm too jacked.
No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason.
I sucked it.
Cam, you have no excuse. Like, you talked about yourself being a pro athlete, which is very debatable. Very, very debatable.
Yeah, it's any athlete could grab a guy 6'9" on skates and have a 3-minute fight with him. Yeah, you're not athletic. I could jump higher than you. I could run faster. I can do everything.
Let's have a competition.
Everything.
Let's have a competition.
Dude, you got to like figure shit out.
But today. I'm better than you at golf. So we're playing again today.
You could say all you want on the podcast. You think these fans that are listening right now, they are going to be all over you, homie.
Well, you're going to film a good shot today. You're going to film a good shot today, and you're going to post it.
And no one gives a fuck. That's the thing. It's not about that. It's about the greater good for the company. And your fuck up gave us attention. And I should post that all over every social media. I should do that. But I felt bad for you because you did look so unathletic. I felt bad for you. Although you didn't do anything wrong. It's not like you like kicked a dog or something. You fucking whiffed on 3 shots and then you...
Well, you gave me this club I've never used before.
I didn't give you that club.
Yeah, you did. Remember, you're like, use this one. I'm like, I've never used that club. Yeah,
listen to me. Why would you listen to me?
I've never even used that club. They're not my clubs.
Hey, dude, the clubs look
and it was
fucking,
tiny.
You're bent over like a fucking weirdo. You didn't even bend your knee. You looked the most unathletic I've ever seen anybody ever in life.
Oh, Jesus, dude. That's terrible.
I know. I'm sorry. I do love you, man. I took care of you yesterday. You're more than welcome to come out anytime. I took him through. Then we get done golfing, and I got my buddy side. I take fucking Andy all through the subdivision, drinking fucking cocktails, cruising around 50 miles an hour on a side by side. Like I got things to offer you, and I brought you out there. You had one fuck up. It was filmed, not by me, and now it's probably gonna go viral. if I post that muck on Twitter. If I post it on Twitter, I think it's honestly for the greater good. And now all the fans are going to be texting me. They're listening now, boy. They're going to be like, post that mug.
Milan Lucic liked it.
Oh, my God, dude. That just shows how popular you are, by the way. Because if you weren't cool, listen to me. Here's the positive thing. You look so fucking goofy. But if all these...
You're going to take a good one today, though.
Sure.
And you're going to post it.
Let me pump you up.
No.
Just
like,
I know. I'm sorry.
You really kind of crossed the line.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. You looked so goddamn pathetic. But it's all good because all these people that are reaching out to me, all these current players to fucking Hall of Famers, to all these people that are getting a hold of me on my fucking Instagram, they're all laughing at you. But if you look at the bigger picture, if they didn't like you or care about you or know you, no one would give a shit. But it's you, and they like it, and they like to put you down a notch because you are a confident dude, and you are the best. I'm better than everybody. No, you're not, and you are humbled. But it just shows the broader scale of things that a lot of people like you. They like to see you fuck up on the course. Andy, the messages I got are the funniest fucking.
Can I see some?
Women?
Let me see some.
Women
let me see,
to men to players.
Let me see. Hand them over.
No, I
want to see them.
I'll do it when we're
Just
done.
Get them over here.
I'll do it when we're done.
Can we talk about your golf?
Sure. Go ahead.
Because at the end of the day, everything you're talking about, dude, I'm still better than you at golf.
Yeah, you're a better athlete than me, man.
No. I'm better than you at golf. Admit that.
Okay, that's
fine.
Fine.
Admit that.
Yeah, sure.
Admit it. This guy
on and on. It's all reaction to the.
No messages.
It's all reaction. Andy.
No messages.
You're funny, dude.
So at the end, just admit
you're funny.
We should play a round, dude, where you have to hit off the tee.
That's fine.
And we got to count strokes, and we'll
Andy,
see who wins the match.
I'll do something funny today, and I'll let you tweet about it. I'll do something goofy.
You act like you were upset that I tweeted posted on Instagram that you spilling teas.
No, not at all. No, I don't care. I just had an excuse.
I was letting the people know
100%.
that we're out golfing today. This is happening today. And people are messaging me being like, dude, because we were quiet for a couple hours. They're like, where are you? We need to see more content.
Oh, they got it.
Videos.
Oh, they got it. Oh, they got it. Listen, I'll do something stupid
So
today.
I decided... I took one video of you after you guys tried to take my video, and look what you did.
What did I do?
You sputtered that ball. You swung and missed it.
I hit it, but it went 5 feet. Andy.
Yeah, but he went 5. That's
Andy,
missing.
Look at me swinging.
When it goes 5 feet.
Look at me swinging. You swinging. You
swinging is.
You look like a. Okay. I'm not even gonna say.
Just wait till today.
Like a child that's slow.
Just wait till today.
I'm just saying. It's all good.
And you're gonna post a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, because people want to see that. No. Dude, you're lucky I don't post. This is better for the greater good of the company, of Cam Strick. I need to post this on Twitter. I think we should do it from the Cam Strick account and be like, we got another day today.
Chance.
We're going to do another one. I'm going to show you.
See.
We're going to show Andy.
Today we're going to have. Today it's going to be 101 degrees out there.
It's going to be goddamn miserable. I'm going to post that today on Twitter.
And listen,
the fans deserve it.
Cam,
they deserve it.
He gets me in a state of mind that I'm not ready to hit golf balls.
I know.
Like what you're doing, and so. I was like falling asleep on the course after a little while. I was just like, God, get me out of here. Well, golf is so long.
You want to pick me up?
No. Golf is so long. I had shit to do yesterday. My mind is on, other things I had to do, like hockey practice, for example, last night.
Yeah.
But golf, now we got to do it again. These guys that play every day. Like the guys that are like, hey, I'm going to Europe on a golf trip for like 14 straight days and playing 36 holes a day.
I'm not doing that. Like, and they walk because they're up in like, you go to Britain, you don't have golf carts.
Even if you're good. Like golf to me, can I just say this about golf?
People listen.
I'm not chirping golf or anybody who plays golf all the time. Just of all the stuff, because like I like playing hoops, hockey, whatever, football, yeah. Oh, I'd smoke you a basketball, dude.
Good for you.
I mean, I'd smoke your ass.
You could take that and keep it.
Golf.
Fucking bad.
How much athleticism do you think is required for golf? Because I know a lot of people who are super non-athletic that play golf all the time.
There's something there. Hand-eye coordination, your swing.
Right. Well,
and
I have that.
Consistency and your mindset. There's a lot.
All right. But Andy, it's not that fun.
Well, if you're good, it's fun.
No, it's not. I think
you've never been good. How do you know?
Well, I think even if you're good, I like the social aspect of it. I like to go out there and be outside, like you're in nature and stuff like that. I enjoy that part of it. But it's not like so fun that I just want to do it every day. It takes up your entire day.
I ruined you, didn't I?
You get all banged up, and then like you're not. I got people calling me right now, dude. I'm not answering it.
Oh God, because our fans are loyal fans who love us both. Love us both. They're going to want.
You better take some good content.
They are going to want to see this thing. Because it's not fair to them.
You should probably bring Brody out just
it's
to
not,
film
I know.
all day.
It's not fair to our fan base who we love dearly, who support us every fucking day.
Can you tell the people that I had some
explain.
good shots, man? I need you to
I'm going to post that motherfucker on Twitter for the fans.
No, you're not.
Yes, what do you think I'm just talking about? Yes, I am going to do that.
You're not.
They're not going to.
You don't have consent, and I will sue you. And you have no consent.
Oh, I am. I'm going to post that.
That was taken without my consent.
I am going to post that today on Twitter. Is better for the greater good of the company. Yes, I am. There's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. Dude, it's for the greater good of the Cam Strick company.
You're not allowed to do that.
Oh, yeah?
No, because I got business on the line.
Oh,
yeah.
Like well, okay. You got some golf sponsorships coming?
They looked at
you might get a goddamn golf sponsorship. Somebody might do free lessons for you. You are hunched over.
Get free lessons.
You are hunched over. Your knees weren't even. Oh God!
I already get free lessons.
Oh Jesus Christ! I cannot wait to send that to everybody. They're gonna, Andy. They're laughing at you because they love you, and just like when I fuck up today and you film and you post it, they laugh because they love us. That's it. They're not mad at you. They're not like I fucking hate that guy.
Because all the people you're talking about, Perron,
Jesus,
Keller. I mean, I can go on and on. I don't want to mention their names.
Bogosian
Famers.
Uppy to
What Uppy? I don't give a fuck what Uppy says.
Oh my God!
Uppy.
But it's pretty cool to see that everybody knows you and likes you though, man. They thinking about it. They like what they look, man. I like making people laugh, dude. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. You made me fucking. You didn't make my wife, Andy, was crying. And she's like, don't. Dude, she felt bad.
I won't
for
even
you.
show my wife that.
Oh God,
I'll show her yours.
She'll be fucking going
She'll
out
of
town with her friends.
This guy got paid to play athletics.
See,
No. I can.
Yeah, but
I can.
But people are like, yeah, Cam play.
Cam,
like, who cares
you
if
have
Cam's
no
bad?
excuse.
You weren't good at anything.
You should be a good golfer. All the NHL guys I know are like they're good at golf. Except you. You're like
drink
the
too
only
much.
one I know.
I drink too much. I have no contact.
And
I
you
smoke
live on
too
a
much.
golf course.
I live on a golf course. My arms are too jacked, and I'm just not athletic anymore. I'm 245 pounds. I drink way too much. I smoke way too much. My concentration level's fucked. No wonder I suck. I can't even turn my hips. My fucking back is too jacked.
Somebody dropped off a book in here, the Cam Jansen book.
So this little girl.
This is what reminds me of you right here. This little girl with red hair.
You're trying too hard.
She probably
buddy.
plays better
Keep
than
trying,
you.
buddy.
Yeah, okay.
Keep trying. I have
this
gold.
Is the barking treasure.
I have
mystery.
gold in my fucking pocket, and I just have to press send.
Cam,
I have gold in my pocket.
Oh, I got.
There's nothing worse than that. You can't do anything
There's nothing
worse than that.
I would agree, and for you to post that, I got out of hockey last night. Tired hockey.
I felt bad for you. I was worried about you.
And my phone is just lit up, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh God.
I was hoping that it would just quietly go through the Instagram story and then never to be seen
Still
from
up there
again.
Because it's 24 hours. And then
Yeah,
right when
should
it's
be off
over,
soon.
I'm going to post it on Twitter. So.
No, you're not, dude. You already told me you won't do that.
It's for the greater good of the company.
Yeah,
I gotta think of the big picture here, Andy. It'll get so many. I mean, I'll let you post. You can post whatever you want about me. I'll fuck up today, and you can post it.
Well,
but will it be a trifecta fuck up? I don't think
People are probably lining up at the golf course. They probably want to play with me today. Honestly,
no, Andy, no.
No, they probably are.
Everybody at the tournament we're going to, they all know.
They all want to play with us.
You're gonna walk in, and everybody's gonna come and swarm you just to ask about how that was.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's all good.
I can handle that. I can handle that.
Good. You should. You should handle it.
But just let the people know that's not my regular shot, dude. That's not how I hit the golf ball. Okay, but
it's like you're cranking it fucking 300 down the pipe, homie. You hit a couple shots. We all hit a couple shots. I hit a fucking 15-foot putt. Like we all do things. You just had the biggest fuck up. All right, let's move on because everybody's like, "What did he do?"
I don't know what to say.
He do?
I don't know what to say.
Well, you guys are all because I love the fans. I'm gonna post this tonight. I'm gonna either post it tonight or tomorrow. So you guys, you'll see it, and you'll die. You
You've
can't be
ruined
driving.
my focus.
Don't drive.
Did Biz get back? He didn't reach out to you.
Oh, yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Oh, yes.
No, he did not.
They want us to do the...
Oh, I'll do it now.
I know.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's why I'm doing this.
I know, but I
would never gotten any attention if you wouldn't have fucked up like that.
He's asked me before, would we come out for a golf tournament or golf sandbag or whatever?
Oh, Jesus.
And listen, I'll let Biz know. And Ryan Whitney, who has shut down the Toronto airport.
Brody, can you hand me a beer, please? Thank you.
Pearson Airport. We're golfing today.
We're golfing today. Fuck that. I hate Canada. No, I don't hate Canada.
Oh my
I hate
God.
That. No.
That's half our listeners.
No. I hate to go through customs in Canada.
Yeah.
I hate Canada. I love Canada. Yeah. I wouldn't want to live there. I love living in the United States, but I love our Canadian people.
I'd live in Canada.
I know.
Got great golf courses. What's that famous course in Nova Scotia or something?
Look, motherfucker, I don't know.
I see Drager always
you ain't going
posting
there.
pictures. Oh, I will go there.
Fuck.
They're probably inviting me right now.
Hey, what Big Walt say to you?
They got to play. I do not want to say.
Oh, what did he fucking say?
I don't want to say.
What Big Al say to you?
I am not
Al
saying.
McCannis. Did Army text?
No, thank God.
Oh, you don't think he saw that? You're out of your fucking mind if you don't think Army's laughing his ass off at you right now.
Yeah.
It makes you feel kind of good that all these big dogs are watching and laughing with you and stuff. Right?
Are they laughing with me?
No, but you're making people laugh, and that should be a good moment for you in life.
A lot of these guys, though, reached out to chirp you, though, honestly.
That's fine. I want to make people laugh. And
before we were even playing, because, when I put that video of you spilling the teas, which was not a big deal.
It's goofy looking, though. I look like a
child.
But
I got it at the end. You already had picked up
I look like a... Well, then get your fucking
phone out. You had picked up 275 of the 300 bag,
Get your fucking phone out quicker.
Of teas.
You got to be on your game. I fucked
Dude,
up.
the people there who...
You should just film me the whole time.
The people there at St. Albans, and they love me, by the way. They were very gracious to me.
Yeah, they want you as a member.
A few people have reached out to me about memberships and stuff like that since I left there.
Yeah, that's how it works. They come to you.
Well, they're very, very... very gracious.
Did you like that course? So good. Did
you
like my house?
Great course.
My lovely abode?
Listen, it's a great... Listen, St. Albans, I went out to Cam's house yesterday. Had to stop at a rest stop and just take a break.
That's why I like it.
I mean, it's quite the haul.
35 minutes.
And with the gas prices going on right now, dude, you need to maybe
go anywhere.
Fill up my gas tank or something.
I don't go anywhere. I don't need it.
Well, you do go somewhere. You drive out here every day.
Not every day.
5 days a week.
I go one trip in and one trip out. That's it,
dude.
Listen,
that's a haul.
It's a nice
and it's
area.
A nice little community.
Oh,
it's a nice elderly community.
Yeah, right. hey, you want to know what my neighbors are doing? Oh, my hockey neighbor Wes, who's like a stud, who's 3 years younger than me. We're the young, and then my other neighbors who have 3 daughters, and they're beautiful.
Yeah,
the most
they're
beautiful
in their 30s.
Most beautiful family in the world. And the other neighbor. Your neighbors are making fucking curry and wearing masks, walking their dog, not saying hi to you. My neighbors are fucking awesome, and they're all cool. They're all side by side.
My neighbor, who's his family has traveled to India for 3 weeks, and he's invited me to go. 28-hour road trip. I talked about that last time. I may go.
28-hour road trip to India?
I think it's a
that
flight.
Makes sense.
Yeah, a couple flights.
That makes sense, Andy.
Although,
drive there.
Dude, I was looking up videos of Dubai. I think I could live in Dubai in a heartbeat.
Dude. You could live in Dubai. Eh? Hey, make out with your wife on the sand beach and see what happens to you in Dubai.
There's a lot of money out there, dude, in Dubai.
Dubai is going to collapse in about 20 years, in my opinion.
What do you mean?
You can't sustain all that.
But there's a lot of wealth there. You know that.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
You'll see guys in Ferraris driving around with a fucking cheetah hanging out of their goddamn car. That's Dubai. But if you make out with your wife...
I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
They got a cheetah in their car?
Yes.
Did you see that hippopotamus attack that lion?
Hippopotamus have the number one.
What did I just tell you?
Besides mosquitoes.
I think I said that.
Hippos are number 2 besides mosquitoes. Kill people.
Mosquitoes kill people.
Mosquitoes kill more people than anything in the world. Number 2 is hippopotamuses.
Hippopotamus attack people?
Fucking yes. And they swim fucking 30 miles an hour.
Dude, it's like Michael Phelps watching that damn thing.
It's the scariest thing in the world. Watch videos of people on boats trying to get away from hippos. No, on boats trying to get away from
hippos. Nice, dude. I always thought they were there's one of my favorite characters in books when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus, man.
The funny joke. Who told me this joke?
So anyway, so the neighbors are gone for 3 weeks.
No one gives a fuck.
Somebody's in their backyard yesterday. And they're burning things. There's fire going on.
They should burn that whole house down. It smells like curry all fucking day.
Hey, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it.
Smelling curry?
Oh my god, dude! I can make probably in my neighborhood. I probably can create the best curry dishes of anybody.
It's cool, man.
And I mean that. Okay, they got.
Hey, if you're in a hotel, by the way, and you're making fucking curry all the time, go fuck yourself.
Okay, but who's doing that in the hotel?
Man, I used to stay in hotels all the time, Andy, because I was actually an athlete.
With like kitchens and stuff.
Yeah, and then like the neighbor would be from Eastern India and making curry every fucking day, and you know what? It stunk up the whole fucking
people.
day.
These are wonderful people. Very intelligent.
Your subdivision sounds really cool.
Very intelligent.
Sounds
people.
like a big party over there.
Very intelligent.
Meanwhile, we're flying around and fucking 50, like we're cruising, do whatever you want at my subdivision, golfing. We're in my backyard. My wife comes up and gives us some beer with the doggies and stuff. That's what we do out there.
How did you find my house on the internet?
On Google Maps, dude.
I couldn't find that.
Type in Google Maps. I know exactly where you live. So I just scrolled out. I knew exactly what your backyard looked like, so I showed you. Looks good on Google Maps.
Yeah, it does.
Your yard's 10 times nicer than the other fucking people's yards in that neighborhood.
Yeah, take care
But that's
of my
not
yard.
saying much.
Although these people digging up my front yard right now and putting together this water
they got
main.
shit to do, Andy.
Okay, so my neighbor's great people, by the way, very intelligent, very smart. I think I may bring him golfing with us next time we go. If we need like a foursome, I may bring him golfing with us.
Sounds like a party.
And see what kind of
What course you going
golf
to?
came easy. Well, probably saying opposite. If I want to join, it's a little bit of a distance. So let me get back to your neighborhood real quick. It's very nice. You feel like you're out of town. You feel like you're in like a
resort, kind of weird,
it's just like a, I don't know. You kind of feel like you're in like where's the Leave It to Beaver from, or one of those guys? You know,
I don't know. Leave It to fucking
something
Beaver? I never
something
watched that
Berry.
shit.
What is it, Berry?
Mayberry.
Mayberry.
Yeah.
It's like Mayberry out there.
Beautiful.
They got the general store, but it's
From the 1800s.
and it's very affordable. I was looking at some real estate there actually.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a summer home because it's a distance. You know, I ain't living there full time, Cam. That's quite.
I know because I live such a miserable life. I know.
I mean,
Don't be like me.
Driving around.
Don't be like me.
But I get like an
best life in the world.
Airbnb or something like that. But there's there's different sections of the neighborhood. I'd like to get in through those gates and check out some of the
the big boys.
some of the big boys up there.
They're watching that air show. Anyway, Tampa Bay, Colorado.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I look at Colorado. Listen, this is going to be a different test. Obviously, they're going to have to go head-to-head with Vasilevsky, who's going to be locked in. And Tampa Bay is going to be locked in. They've got some different type of motivation that people don't talk about a whole lot. Not only to become, a true dynasty. You win 3 in a row. You are in the category, really, of those great Red Wing teams, of the great Blackhawk teams, the great Islander teams of the 1980s, even though they won 4 in a row. And this is different company. You win 3 consecutive Stanley Cups. That puts you in rare company. So they're going to be locked in, and they are fully focused on winning this, right?
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't surprise anybody to hear that. And then you got the Corey Perry element. You got this guy who obviously is looking for another Stanley Cup. People forget that he won one back in 2007 with Anaheim. It's been a long time, though. 3rd different team, 3 consecutive years, 3 different teams in the Stanley Cup final. He's lost the first 2. Now, I will say this, as much as, Colorado going up against a goaltender that they haven't faced yet here in the playoffs, because we all know what happened to Binnington and whatnot. Nashville didn't have their number 1 goaltender. You look at the last round, Mike Smith. You want to describe him real quick?
I look goofy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
goofy.
All right, so now you have a completely different animal. But I will say this, too, about Tampa Bay. Toronto, obviously, a good team, whatever. They took them to 7 games and whatnot. They had to face a really good Rangers team, but they haven't faced anything like they're about to face here in Colorado, too. So this is going to be completely different for them going toe-to-toe with this team that can defend, that can tighten things up and play that 200-foot game as well as Tampa Bay. Plus, they have game changers up the lineup. They've got probably more depth in terms of scoring than Tampa Bay. So,
here's the difference maker.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? What's the difference maker between these two teams?
Well, the goaltending.
Of course.
Yeah.
Vasi came to say, I'm the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Igor's better.
Yeah.
He's not. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet. Vass is the best of the best in the business
his numbers in closeout games.
It's ridiculous.
I've said this, going into the 3rd round. I think we talked about it with Messier, but I said it to some other people. Like, people don't want to look at the big picture because he doesn't have the longevity that some of these other great goaltenders had, right? When you look at the full, complete careers of Patrick Waugh and all these guys and Dominic Hasek and Marty Brodeur. But at the end of the day, man, this guy, he's already putting together that resume that's going to surpass all these guys. He's 27 years of age.
He's in his prime. Like he's got a lot of prime left in his career.
Yeah.
He doesn't get out of, like, he's huge. He
he's
just looks
incredible.
so fucking
He's
big.
incredible.
So he is going to be the difference maker, in my opinion.
So you think they win?
Yeah, dude.
Tampa?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Where does that put Patty? Now, listen. What do you do with a guy like Patty Maroon if he wins 4 motherfuck cups?
Well, what are you suggesting?
I don't know.
What, do you think he should go in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
Is
there something
you think every player who won 4 straight with the Islanders is in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Patty's different, man. He won with a different team. It's different. He won with the Blues. They haven't done it in 50 fucking years. A big part of that. Now he goes to Tampa. They haven't won for a little while.
Listen,
I'm just
Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying Hall of Fame
is a stretch. I mean, Chris Osgood's not even in the Hall of Fame either. You want to look at that?
Totally.
Okay.
I get. There's got to be. Whether it's going to be a goddamn movie.
No, he's going to go down as one of the most accomplished players in NHL history. You win 4 Stanley Cups. I mean, you look at it like other sports. You know, you get some football players that maybe win 4 Super Bowls. You get Tom Brady that exceeds that. You look at basketball with what, Michael Jordan did, and before that, those great players with the Celtics and then Kobe and all these guys, Magic, they win 5. I don't know, man. I mean, this puts him in rare company from a hockey standpoint, even though he's been like a role player on all these teams.
But he
right?
scores. He could have had 5 points the other night.
Oh, yeah. No,
every time he touches the puck, he almost scores.
I know.
Andy, it's the weirdest thing.
He has great touches, man. He never really makes a mistake.
No, he doesn't. He has a puck. No one takes a puck away from him.
He doesn't turn it over.
And he takes everybody to the net. And then the puck squirts out and he just hits it in like, I'm here.
He's like
you can't do anything against him.
He's like that Kool-Aid character that's just going through the brick wall,
It's like, people are dragging all over him. And then he gets in the corner, he spins off, and he makes a play to a guy in the slot who's wide open. It's still
That's because NHL players, as strong as they are, they just don't have players that, like the athletes that are built to defend or contain that body type. You know what I mean?
He's 250, and he's got unbelievable hands and balance. So remember, though, in 2019, when Patty signed with the Blues, and they were god-awful. Remember? When they got a Ryan O'Reilly that year, everybody's pumped up. They fired Mike Yeo. But I remember...
They got Perron that year, too.
Perron. And so I remember Patty going through... He was getting bashed by fucking public here in St. Louis. He was down and out.
Because he signed late, didn't he?
He signed late. He was pumped up. He wasn't getting anything done. He couldn't find his role. Brewery's kind of putting him on the...
Oh, yeah.
And I remember...
Threatened to be put on waivers and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I remember Patty calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning, right before they went on their streak.
Did you answer the phone?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we talked about it on my radio show today. I go, you're all right, homie? I go, you're all right? I go, just fucking, you're in the best, blah, 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 whatever the fuck it was. And it was so weird because he was so down. And I don't blame him. He's getting bad. He had to get off of Instagram. He deleted his Instagram because he said, I'm getting fucking messages from people in St. Louis. Yeah. And I remember talking to him. It was late at night. I remember he's just fucking down. He's down. And I was just like, whatever I said. And not that mattered or anything, but I just remember him being at the low point. And he just looked now, and you're like, wow. Like what? Like for all you people out there, or your kids, or you're yourself in your own job, like just look at that little moment.
Hey, you know who had a big impact on him turning things around?
Boom.
You know who had a huge impact on him turning things around is Brian O'Reilly, Ryan O'Reilly's dad.
Yeah.
Who's like a life coach. And they met, they talked, whatever. Yep. And I think from a mental standpoint, he was able to do whatever he needed to do to get Pat Maroon focused, and things kind of came together. His relationship with Ryan O'Reilly was a big part of that, too.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll never forget, because our studio is right there, right next to the locker room. And, you see the players walk back to the room at the end of the period, walk back to the ice for the beginning of the period. And he would look at me and kind of have that eye roll going on.
I know.
Patty.
I know.
And he just was not in a good place. And even in like training camp and stuff like that, he kind of had that body language. Remember?
Let me explain to you.
And we talked about that, I think, at the time.
Remember, I'll explain.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give an example. This is what I mean by body language. So all you parents out there with their kid, when you're changing on the line and your kid's coming off the... Because he couldn't get the puck out of his
Not even skating.
And he doesn't skate to the bench hard, and he does the old one leg stop. The
T stop.
The T stop going to the bench. Like,
yeah.
And I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
If your kid's ever doing that, doesn't get off the ice hard, you got to put your foot down on that. That's body language, and it's effective. And it's contagious. Like, if you see somebody down, why are you down? I'm starting to get up. Like, don't you bring everybody else down. He had that body language. And it was going through a miserable fucking time. You got your family fucking going crazy. You got all your buddies. You got to get tickets out the wazoo, whatever it is. It all was crashing down on them. They were terrible. They were losing fucking. They didn't have an identity. And he was just in the lowest point. And then all of a sudden, it changed. And they started winning. And they won the fucking cup.
And he started playing well. He found a line that, he had that cohesion with Bozak and Robert Thomas. So I don't know, man. Listen.
Crawl out of the hole, baby.
And,
You're in a hole.
And Patty's story goes long before that. I mean, this guy basically got kicked off the Philadelphia Phantoms and was sent to go stay on a family member's couch for a little while. So it wasn't all gravy all the time for this guy. But I felt like when he went to Anaheim, I remember watching him in the conference final against Chicago and throughout the course of the playoffs. I'm like, this guy's got legitimate game.
Yeah.
And then seeing what he was doing in Edmonton, you knew he was a legit player. And, he's just had some ups and downs, man. And he's kind of got that personality. When things don't necessarily go his way, it's not like he can just turn the page and snap his fingers real quick and get himself focused. Yeah. Some guys, they take it a little harder, a little differently than others. Yeah. Where it just impacts them differently.
Kind of like your video and posted. It impacts. If you would have posted that with me, I'd be like, but you. Hey, how about poor Connor McDavid?
So what's the story with that?
Well, I don't know. We talk about his house with his girl. He just built his house with his girl.
So what? He got caught with a...
Well, did you see the video?
What is... I'm not really that interested.
He's holding a hand with some girl in the middle of the street.
Well, okay.
I feel bad. I don't feel bad.
I don't... Listen, whoa. I don't I'm not condoning it, but is anybody... No.
We've all been
I got a wife, whatever. I'm pretty loyal to my wife, man. But I will say, he's not married.
We know Andy.
He's Connor McDavid. He's how old?
Well, I thought he was married.
Not married.
He's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
How old is he?
Motherfucker, I don't know, 25.
If he, well, how about he even 25, making $11 million, the face of Canada, the most popular name in all of Canada. This guy's got a lot of temptation going on, and listen, you just got to make a decision, Cam. We've talked about this before. Either be in a relationship or don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't need to be in a relationship. It's like, listen, LeBron James, these guys that are bigger than life. He's been busted how many times diving into girls' DMs, communicating with different people on DMs and whatever. When I hear this and I see it, I'm just not that interested. You think I'm surprised to hear this?
No, it's just you would think that he'd be a little bit more aware of holding a hand with some chick in the middle of the street. It's all good. I don't give a fuck.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
So anyway, Connor, he's been living with this girl though, in
I thought they were married.
House with a terrible view.
Oh,
I think she
the concrete house.
I think she decorated it.
Well, she must have. I told you when
this is funny because whenever this happens to a hockey player, it's such major news and everything. It's this happens to athletes in other sports all the time. Yeah. Look at Tiger Woods, dude. Okay. Yeah. And it's
worth $1 billion now.
And it's almost okay, whatever. It's just the news you see all the time. I don't know. He's oh my God, Conor, he's the worst person ever. He's in his mid-20s. Yeah. He's worth a couple $100 million. He should not be in a relationship until you find the girl you want to marry. Do not be in a relationship.
Exactly. No doubt.
He's got too much temptation.
Yeah. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying it's still a story.
Because I see guys making $700,000 doing stupid shit.
We got kind of jammed up in 12 with TMZ and stuff like that. And so I get it, man. I get it.
You want to talk about that?
Not really. Not really. It's over.
Because you know how that is.
Oh, man. I do. That's why I'm saying it. You got to watch out. I got caught in TMZ.
I didn't know, now we don't know the real story. Maybe he broke up with the girlfriend.
Maybe.
But, if he's holding hands in public,
still don't do that though.
Why are you doing that?
And your buddy should be fucking. Let's get in the car. Let's get out of here. Get the fuck out of there.
What are you
doing?
Your thing. Why are you holding her hand?
That's
what
I mean, Andy. Who holds hands? I don't want to hold anybody's hand. My hands are sweaty as shit.
Because they're kids, dude.
I'm just saying, no. I don't even hold my wife's hand unless we're going through where I need to okay, we're going through.
Who's the most famous person in Canada right now? Outside of Gretzky.
Paul Bissonnette.
Okay.
He's the most popular hockey player going. Biz Nasty's the most popular hockey player in the world.
Okay, well, listen, I'll give you that.
He is.
But I would think...
And I played more games than him.
Yeah, but I would say this, though. Here's the difference.
Love you, Biz.
Here's the difference, though. I there's probably hockey fans in their mid-50s, 60s, 70s that are not on social media. and they probably aren't as familiar with Biz as much as they are.
Oh, yeah. Go to Canada and put the TV on. See if you don't see Biz.
Oh, because he's doing commercials.
Well, he's everywhere.
Because TNT's not on there. You know that.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, is he? I mean, I should know that. Yeah, the Canada Budweiser and all that.
And Pink Whitney stuff and that Come on.
Right.
Remember,
I'm just saying, everyone knows Connor McDavid because those hockey fans who are in their 70s.
Sid, Connor, Wayne, Biz, Don Cherry. Who are we missing? See? Mario?
No, that's...
Even Mario, I don't...
Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau. It's people kind. Okay. He's so tough.
Oh,
hey, our president
now
sucks
you're gonna chirp him?
Trudeau? How can you not?
he's not liked over
Dinky
there.
boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Biden sucks too. Trump sucked too. Okay, everybody sucks. Every politician sucks. So I don't want to fucking, blah, blah, blah.
I'm thinking about going into politics.
You need to be a lawyer.
Take a swing at it.
I want you to be an agent too.
Oh, I want to be an agent too.
You'd be a really good agent.
I got agents who tell me that.
I know. You'd be a really good agent. And a money guy.
Well,
you're good. You're good at
that happen.
You're good at some things, dude. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Athleticism, not really.
No, you can't. That's not.
You just look
because
so
of one swing.
Yeah,
you're gonna label me like that.
Because I'm just looking at at least when I hit it.
You told me how
I come out of my shoes.
You were telling me how good my calves look the whole day.
Your calves look pretty goddamn good. But that's your calves.
Dude, just
Andy,
fucking.
I love you, man.
Wait till I start posting some shit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It won't matter. It's what I post about you that matters.
Awful.
No one cares when you post something about me. They're like, Cam's funny. But when I do something about you, they go fucking crazy.
Not one player.
Let's have fun today.
Left in the playoffs making $10+ million bucks.
I'm glad you brought that up. Write that down, all y'all. Oh, GM's up. Are you gonna pay a guy $10 million fucking plus dollars?
Eat up your whole cap.
Eat up your whole cap? Nope. You don't need to.
But
Look at 19.
But I want to say, Andre Vasilevsky, Kucherov, I think they're making more than $10 million this season.
Kind of like the LA Rams do.
Their cap hit is not 10+.
Well, how does that work then?
But I think the salary they're making this year, I think, is north of $10 million.
Okay, well, how did they put that together? Because it's legal to do that. So however they constructed that,
right? Well, then they keep the.
Why
cap
can't everybody
hit.
else do it then?
All right.
So what difference does that make? No, that's like the LA Rams. Everybody's bitching about them. Everybody, Kroenke, I can't believe. Well, look what Kroenke's doing right now. Look at Stan Kroenke. He might hold 2 trophies up in a matter of 6 months. But the difference is, Kroenke, you old fucking bag of dirt.
Why are you like, oh, you're one of those?
No, I don't care about it.
You hate Kroenke because he left.
Don't give up. I don't give up.
Old bag of dirt. This guy's like one of the more wealthiest, most successful people in the world,
I know.
Dude.
Well, he married into a lot of things, too. He's an asshole. And he's
a pretty
weird.
good businessman, though.
Dude, I said that from the get-go. Why would you stay here?
Because
why would you not go to
calling
LA?
him a dirtbag.
Because he kind of is.
Well, he might be.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not pro Kroenke.
Yes, what are you doing too?
I'm just being like,
no,
hey,
I don't give a fuck about it. But my point is, like,
he made a business decision.
Football and baseball are
you want to own an NFL team in St. Louis or LA? I don't know.
Dude, that's what I said that. Everybody's like, okay, look at him now. He owns all you guys. So here's my point, though. With football, Stan Kroenke goes up there. The first person they give the goddamn trophy to is him. And he's like, I want to thank...
No, he's he's just a
he's
country
a fucking
bumpkin.
robot. He's a robot. And he's just like no one cares.
He needs to go to Hair Club, too.
Fuck him. So,
no, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to chirp his...
Yeah, but he'll try to get, like, too much...
Would you wear a toupee, Cam, if it came down?
I'll just go... I'll shave my head.
No. You should wear one. Like, honestly, like, if I went to go pick one out for you, like, would you wear one?
I don't know.
Or just shave it? Well, he does.
Shave my head.
Kroenke does.
Okay, my point is, though...
But some people wear them, and they're so obvious. You got to get one that's not obvious.
Well, you going to say some names? Are you going to say some names?
No,
I was going to say.
But you got to wear one that's not obvious.
Yeah, I get you. But my point is with Kroenke, though, is like...
Kroenke, I'll say that
we know
one.
a couple people in St. Louis.
I see.
But he grabbed that fucking trophy, and it's so goofy. And in the MLB, when they win, they give the trophy to the owners. Like, and I get it, and I like owners, don't get me wrong. But in hockey, like, he ain't touching that trophy if they win. Like, it goes right to the captain. It goes right to, like, it's just a different feel. So when Kroenke wins a Super Bowl, his face is first splattered right there, and he touches a trophy first. Yeah. In hockey, it's so much cooler.
Just to give it to the players.
They give it to the fucking boys that just work their bag off. They got bloody fucking eyes and da-da-da-da. Yeah. It's a different animal, but he might win 2 trophies in fucking 6 months.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no shit.
So I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, can we help you? Avalanche. Are you thinking about your golf game today and what I'm going to do?
Well, you got me distracted today.
Oh, you're going to be distracted when I post it on Twitter.
Do you you're not doing that? Do you think Toronto should feel better about themselves because they lost in 7?
You guys are so soft.
You need to make up what you said about Canada earlier. You need to talk to our Canadians.
I love the Canadians. They all know. Andy, you're trying to put things in. That's how you ruin the company. I make the company better by you being goofy. But, like, Toronto, no, fuck them. Fuck that team. They didn't do shit. Look at Steve. Look at Steven Stamkos. Mm-hmm. Like, look at that fucking warrior blocking shots with his goddamn face, going into the tunnel, coming back out, getting injected.
Is he your Conn Smythe winner for Tampa Bay right now?
He's a fucking man.
It's kind of a shitty-ass goal, his first one.
What do you mean?
Well, from the distance. Whatever.
You see how
around that.
Well,
Shesterkin maybe could have,
I mean, how about the second one where he blows past the defender, goes 100 miles an hour, creates a 2-on-1 with Coochie. Yeah. Coochie sauces it to him. He takes on his backhand to his forehand.
Listen, come on. Stamkos, it's impossible not to like Steven Stamkos.
He's awesome, dude.
He is. He's a great leader, too. He's got full command of that team.
Yes, he does.
And he is still, I mean, this guy had over 100 points this season, too. People forget that. This guy scored 60 goals one season. First overall pick, had to deal with Barry Melrose here for a little bit, but he's been an elite of the elite superstar who's been through traumatic injuries, massive injuries, breaking legs, kept him out of the Olympics and stuff like that. This guy is a warrior, man. And I could not be happier for a guy like Steven Stamkos.
I like him a lot, man.
And he's a guy I say, hey, I want my kid. Like you watch this guy. Even you watch Braden Point. Now you get him back too, man. He's one of my favorite.
Oh,
players.
He's underrated. Great. And even like Bogosian.
Mm-hmm.
Who you met at Patty's party.
Yeah, he plays hard.
It's just like guys like that. Like he made a big play.
You know how big their big their defense is. See, Tampa Bay, man. Everyone talks about Kucherov and Point and Stamkos and all these guys.
Sergey.
It's all about the forwards. But if you really watch them, dude, you cannot get on the inside of their defense. No. It's hard to do. They are so big. Their smallest defenseman is Ryan McDonough.
And he's fucking good.
I'm pretty sure he's the smallest defenseman. You guys can look that up.
He ain't that small. I think Sergachev.
And he's like 6'1". No.
Sergey's not?
Well, maybe in terms of weight, he's not the smallest, but he's 6'1". I'm talking about in terms of height.
Yeah, man.
But they're just I'm giving you an idea how big and how long and how they got active sticks. You just can't. They don't beat themselves. That's one thing Tampa Bay doesn't do, man. They're well coached. This is going to be a massive challenge for Colorado. But I'll tell you this: if Colorado doesn't get it done, that is a major letdown, and you can't really say the same thing about Tampa Bay because they've been.
I know
they've won 11 consecutive. Playoff series. So
I know it's crazy to think about, man. It really is. But
I think Colorado's the favorite too.
Are they?
And they've got the home ice advantage.
They're good.
Kemper's going to have to listen. This is the moneymaker round for Darcy Kemper, who's about to be a UFA.
Yeah.
How do you want to be looked upon as we get to free agency? Are you a guy that can lead a team to a Stanley Cup?
Yep.
Are you a winning goaltender, or are you just an average goaltender on a winning team? Like, what are you? Darcy Kemper. I want to see what you're all about, Darcy. Are you a winning goaltender that's going to take your team, lead your team, get them over the top, and win a Stanley Cup? Or are you just going to be a good goaltender on a great team? All right, let's get to Brian Boyle, man. This guy is we wanted to get him on. We had a couple people that are on our list that we want to talk to. He's one of them. We got another one coming up, too, next week. We can't wait for that one either.
Yeah. What a great dude this guy is. Man,
how would you handle living in you wouldn't get enough attention, dude. Cam, you require so much attention. You couldn't handle being one of 13
Well, I
kids.
tell my parents to go fuck themselves.
At what age?
Not each other, but themselves, so they wouldn't have kids anymore.
Oh. Okay.
I'd be like, are you guys banging again? Can't I have attention? Can I have some attention before you pop out another child? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Great family.
But it's a faith, it's a religious thing. And they aren't the only ones. Like, we talk about Austin Watson on there. He's one of like 10 kids. They may have had another one. Who knows? Maybe they have 11 or 12. I know people growing up who had they were like one of like 7, one of 9,
Man, I had such a cool relationship with my dad. I haven't
Brian Boyle does too.
Yeah, but
very tight with his dad.
You don't forget what he said, and it stuck in my head.
Oh, he did say
He said, there was one time when everybody was gone.
Yes.
And I finally got to sit with my mom and dad at the breakfast fucking table, and I was so nervous.
Yeah. Because he didn't really ever have that one.
So nervous. And I'm like, God, that's brutal. I go, God, I'd high five my dad. I'd go, Dad, what are we doing today? Let's go. Where are we going? Mom, Dad, la, 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 la. all about me and my brother, all about us. Like, what are you going to do? We're going there. We're doing this. You hear about Cam, what he did today?
They're like,
I loved it.
Your dad's like, Cam, stop stealing my beer.
My dad's bragging about me.
Stealing the beer.
Everywhere we go, I'm dominating AAA. I got all the attention. My brother gets attention. And I'm like, if I had
What was your brother getting attention for?
Well, I was getting all the attention.
I don't know.
It wasn't that good for him.
All
that's
the
another
attention.
thing, by the way. And my brother didn't get, he got attention because my mom and dad are awesome. But like everywhere he went, it was about me. It was doing this. And you're playing high level shit. Like everybody wants to know what's going on. So he kind of, but imagine having 12 kids. Could you imagine going to your breakfast table at like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and saying, I'm nervous around my mom and dad because I never get to see him? That's I don't
because you're not used to that one-on-one
well,
time.
whatever. You need one-on-one. How many times do you have one-on-one time with Ty? Isn't that the nicest? Or Chloe or
day,
Ivy.
Every day.
Come on, dude.
Every day.
So I look at this and I'm like, I get the religious aspect of things, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, really, to be honest with you. It's all good. But if I think it's not fair. I'd be like, Mom and Dad, fuck off. Stop banging each other. This is god-awful.
But you hear it in his voice, how the peace of mind that he has, dude, and just his family, like it's just Cam.
It's too much.
It's not for you to try to understand or anybody else, man. It's their way of life, dude.
Well, I have
and they like endorse it.
Well, we
so
do a
it's not
podcast.
terrible.
We do a podcast and we evaluate every goddamn thing that goes on. So I'm going to evaluate this situation and every other situation with 10 plus fuck kids. And I'm like, if I'm one of them kids, I'm like, no, I don't like this. I wouldn't want that.
But how cool is Brian Boyle, dude?
He's the coolest, most handsome, awesome guy in the world. He's awesome, dude. If I was a woman, I'd want to date him. Put it that way, because he's like a good guy too.
Yeah, great guy.
You know, great genetics.
And you know what? He's not looking to have like 10 or 11 kids.
He's just like, let me do my thing. And
yeah.
I
Well, because he's like, it's so expensive.
What do you do? Why have that many kids? You can't even like see them all. You can't even do anything with them. You can't even go on vacation together. I don't get it. I love that family.
Well, he's told some amazing stories. I mean, I want to tell people, honestly, like, get ready for this interview. Like, sit back, light a cigar, whatever you got to do, man, and just kick your feet up. Because you haven't heard an interview like this, dude.
It's really
like,
good.
some of the stories, this is like the miracle edition of the Cam Strick Podcast.
Has he done any other podcasts?
I don't know. I'm sure he has. He's a pretty media-friendly guy.
Well, I don't know. I think this might blow up, and he's got some crazy stories, man.
Crazy stories. His dad was really sick. People are going to hear about this.
I know.
And, you know, the length and the extent that his dad went to heal himself, it's like a miracle.
I know why.
I want to go to that place,
I asked
actually.
him a question, too, about that. I go, what's the difference between this guy healing, then how about that church in Salem, Missouri that everybody goes to?
And let me explain that.
Because, you know?
Because,
you know.
Well, here's the difference, dude. There's certain places in the world that present stronger healing energy.
Define that. Define that.
Like if you go sit in a park in the middle of Missouri versus like being at the base of like Zion National Park in Utah, there's a different energy.
Isn't God?
An experience.
So I have to be in a mountain picturesque to talk to my.
You got to be in nature.
So I have to be able to talk to my hierarchy. I have to be in a pristine. That doesn't make
That's not
any.
what he's saying.
What about all these other kids?
That's not what he's saying. We're talking about healing.
No.
That's not what he's saying.
What do you heal with? What medicine? No, it's all spiritual. So you have to go to a mountainous area to get that spirit to help you.
You have to be in a. You just got to be in the.
You don't know how to.
No,
explain
you got to be in the right mental mind frame.
So I have to be by mountains.
No one's saying that, but all I'm saying is like when you're in these, these wonders of the world, man. You ever been to the Grand Canyon? Or
Listen
anything?
to me, Andy.
You ever been there?
He was in Eastern Europe. It's in fucking Bolivia. No,
you
Bulgaria.
keep getting it wrong.
Yeah, Bolivia is in South America. Bulgaria is in Eastern fucking Europe.
So there's something there. There's been lots of people that have gone there.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that don't get it either. They're like me. We don't get it.
Dude, nobody can really relate to that unless you've experienced it yourself. I don't think you can.
But I just want to know, what is he doing differently than the guy down in middle of Missouri with this beautiful church in the middle of nowhere? What's the difference?
But it happened.
I'm just telling you.
But it happened.
But is there something they're doing specifically different? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think they are. I just think that it just happened.
I think you can be in an environment, Cam, and I'll say this and we'll move on, where I think certain environments can present different types of energy.
Show me where they are. I just want to know.
Have you ever You've been like in the woods, Cam, or something like that, or gone to like
Yeah, and I stubbed my toe and it didn't feel better.
Well,
Like, when I'm in the woods, I usually hurt myself more.
I know, but like
you can't explain it.
it's hard to explain because you can't. This is not something you can just like convince somebody of. You either like believe it or you don't. You obviously don't like feel that type of spirituality.
No.
You
I'm
know?
just a realist, and I don't.
Yeah, but
I'm just
it's
a
not a realist because
Oh, yeah?
it's not really. No, because then you're like questioning whether it's accurate.
Of course, I question everything.
But,
I question everything.
but when somebody's experienced that, I do believe in that. I believe in like that type of spirituality.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
It doesn't have to be through what a religious spirituality.
I'm just saying. I just was confused.
Yeah.
Like, well, this guy does. What does he do?
Mm-hmm.
So what does he do different? I'm just curious. I got questions, man. Oh, went to this guy. He healed me. Well, what did he do? Well, what the fuck did he do? Exactly. I want to know. So maybe I could have my dad do it to me, or I could do it to my dad.
Well,
when he gets sick.
look it up. I think his dad has told that story, so maybe
I
you
know.
can
Well,
read
it's
about
interesting.
it.
But you get my drift.
Yeah.
I don't want to downplay anything, but you get my whatever, Andy. No,
Yeah.
I get it.
No.
But no. There's people
Because
that
I fully
it still doesn't make that much sense.
I fully believe what he's saying.
I do too. I'm just curious because you can't just say, "Oh, it's this healer." Well, what does that fucking mean? Because there's so many people here that want to go to that guy, but
I don't know. I just think you can create like certain, like I said, like you can be in a certain environment where you can.
If you want to believe, you can believe in anything. Dude.
Sure. And it's
I'm
it's
just
mental. It's like
curious though. I have questions. That's all. When
that's like Cam. You know the people
you've been there back
who
there
are
30 times.
You know the people, the type of they get sick all the time. Everyone knows that guy. He's always sick.
Yeah, I don't.
Always sick, or they're always hurt. Like they have kids, and their kids are always in like a walking boot.
Yeah, well, hypochondriacs too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm sick every fucking day.
Like, and some people just have that mental state of mind or that mental mindset where they don't allow themselves to be sick.
Yeah.
Let's get to Brian Boyle because we're getting off topic.
Yeah, let's
here.
go. Yeah.
Okay, and you're just fucking. But I'm gonna get you some healing energy. Dude. I'm gonna get you some.
You gotta worry about yourself.
Some
brother.
sage. You're gonna burn inside your house.
I'm the happiest guy ever.
Yeah.
I'm happy every day.
That's why it's good to have house plants in the house. You have any house plants, dude?
Man, you at my house.
Do you have any plants in your house?
Yeah, man.
Cam, you need some big ass
I got
plants.
some plants in my
get
basement.
You get the energy from the plants
Thanks,
too.
Andy. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Fucking hippie. All right, you want to be a hippie, don't you? You can't be a fancy lad and a hippie. Like, pick one.
That's not true.
It's
You are. Just be who you are. Right?
Yeah. You don't know who you are. You think you're a goddamn golfer. You think you're this. You don't know what you are.
Wait till you see my golf game today.
I can't wait. Twitter can't. People are. Hey, I'm telling you, our fans are going to be.
You're not
all
putting that on Twitter ever.
These our loyal fuck fans that we owe so much to. They're gonna want this.
They
from
love
me.
They don't want to see that.
They're gonna want to see this from me, and if they keep bugging me about it, I'm gonna have to let the fans have it, man. They deserve it. They're
reaching out to me.
You did good. You look, of all the stuff that you could do to get like trending on Twitter, besides like maybe saying that somebody got traded, like that's the one thing you could possibly do. You're not gonna go dunk a basketball. You're not gonna fight Biz in a goddamn thing. You're not gonna do shit. So the only thing that you're gonna do to help this thing, besides get good guests on and stuff, but like social media wise, you need to fuck up, and you did perfectly. And I'm gonna post it. You get my drift.
If I hit the ball 300 yards from the tee, no one would care.
No one will care. No one will care. Just like when you win in gambling. I don't want to hear about you winning. I want to hear about you losing.
Well, that's not being a good person.
No, but that's how it is. You're going to come in and brag to me how much you won? No. Are we going out?
Can you say a few more nice things about Brian Boyle before we go to the interview?
Awesome guy. Lovely dude. He was very nice. He's a winner.
His teammates love him.
Cancer. He's beautiful wife.
He's had a number of miracles throughout his life, dude.
Yeah,
People just need to listen to this.
I know. The miracle thing,
okay.
Andy.
I know. No, it's amazing.
Jesus.
I love Brian Boyle, and I appreciate him coming on this edition.
I got you.
He got right back to us, dude.
He's awesome.
The man.
Hair
Club, 800-279-7878. Get there. You don't need the toupee. That's my take on this. I think there's a better solution for you.
Yeah, I know, Andy.
A way better solution.
But they have that too.
Oh, they have. Yeah, they do.
Sometimes you just want to put a goddamn toupee on.
And I get that. Yeah, I get that.
You look like fucking Tristan from
800-279-7878. Call them today and mention our name. You're going to get that nice little discount off your first consultation.
Go in there and get it done.
1,200 locations. Stop on by any of them throughout North America, Cam. You just put your head out the window, I guarantee you. If you yell loud enough, somebody will hear you from a hair club location. Say hi to Bill.
Hi, Bill. What up, homeboy?
Hair
Hey,
Club.
your Panthers didn't do very well.
Oh, man.
That Hair Club sign on the Panthers billboard.
Hey, a couple things I want to get into real quick. By the way, Jim Montgomery, Blues assistant coach, he interviewed with the Winnipeg Jets.
Okay. Ugh.
Some people are throwing out there that he interviewed with Philadelphia. That's not true. The Winnipeg Jets. We'll see if he gets any other interviews. And I'm also hearing that Joel Quenneville, who is looking to be reinstated, obviously, by Commissioner Bettman, I'm hearing at least one team reached out to the league about hiring Joel Quenneville. What I'm hearing is that it was the Dallas Stars. That was the team. Mm-hmm. And I don't think the league is quite ready to do that yet. No, but I think it's a matter of time before you see.
Well, how long do you need to wait to be reinstated?
Don't you think they should reinstate it?
Like I'd be like, okay, you good? Like everybody loves you. What did you?
How come Kevin Cheveldayoff, who was also in that meeting?
I don't know.
Who was also in that meeting with Stan Bowman, with Joel Quenneville, where the president of the team, McDonough, and this guy's getting away with he's responsible for a lot of this shit. No one even talks about him. He was the president of the team. Yep. Now he's out of hockey doing his thing. So, he takes no heat. No one ever brought him up hardly in any media stuff. Kevin Cheveldayoff's in the meeting. Stan Bowman's in the meeting. Joel Quenneville's in the meeting. And the president, McDonough, is like, you guys go do what you got to do. I've got it. I'll take care of it. And what happens? Bowman doesn't have a job. Quenneville doesn't have a job. Somehow, some way, Kevin Cheveldayoff, it's like, well, he was the assistant GM, so he was so far down the food chain, he's just not responsible. So now he can go work.
Yeah,
he's the GM of the Winnipeg Jets. So these guys, to this day, still will tell you they didn't know shit. Whether you want to believe them or not, they say they didn't know anything, and they're going to talk at some point in time, and we're going to hear from them and ask the real questions and find out what they knew and what they didn't know. But if you're letting Kevin Cheveldayoff, if he's allowed to work, I think you may need to think twice about letting some of these other guys back in the league, in my opinion. And that's where we sit right now, Cam, with that whole situation. But I am told at least one team reached out to the league, and I'm hearing it may have been the Dallas Stars.
Okay. We'll see what happens, man. I like Joel.
What do you think should happen?
He should get reinstated. I do.
Bowman, too?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay. CarShield.com. 800-857-2481. Mention that promo code CAM, which is so embarrassing. Mm-hmm. So embarrassing.
Everything that's embarrassing today is about you. So you know.
Oh, man. I can't believe you put that up there, Cam.
I haven't put out anything.
It was like the most...
Just wait till you see.
I need to go where Brian Boyle's dad went.
You're going to have to.
For healing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not to take any, he was in a much serious jam. But it's just an amazing story. People are going to love that story.
Yeah, they are.
I want to go hang out with all the Boyles. And they're all very successful.
Yeah. Yep.
Doctors and stuff, very successful.
There's not one weak link.
CarShield.com. 800-857-2481. Take your vehicle and have it serviced where you choose, where you want it to go. You never know when something's going to go down in your car, Cam. You want to make sure you have that protection. Get that protection. And get it now. CarShield and CarShield.com, baby. How are those pizzas from a Zero Carb Life?
Damn good.
You had the buffalo style?
A little bit longer than you need to, I think.
Well, did you do what I told you to do?
Yeah, I did. It was delicious. I felt good afterwards. I didn't feel bloated.
Did you have the beef crumble or the buffalo
I had
style?
Both.
Did you?
Fucking good.
It's guilt-free, dude.
You got to put them in a little bit longer.
Did you feel guilty?
No. There's things I feel guilty about. That ain't one of them. That ain't one of them, homie. That
Zero
damn
Carb
good.
Life.
I felt good after. I felt like I could eat a pizza and go do things afterwards.
I know. You can go work out, then eat that. That's like my post-workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my post-workout. 75 grams of protein. You call it protein or protein?
Call it protein.
Yeah, well, you can call it protein, too. 75 grams of protein. That's what they call it over there, Zero Carb Life. Check it out, zerocarblife.com. How do you spell life, Cam?
Lyfe.
Good. That's exactly how they spell it, too.
I know.
Lyfe. Check it out. Go there today. Order it. And use that promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 15%. So you get a discount. Use the promo code Cam and Strick. Get there. Do it. Do it today. Okay?
Yeah.
How about our friends over there with Bellman and Bellman.com, man? Say hi to Kyle.
What up, Kyle?
Say hi to Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
Say hi to Dale.
Dale, what up, Dale?
Say hi to Danny.
Hi, Danny. Ain't no
Everyone over there in Troy, Missouri, man.
Ain't no swinging dicks.
Hey, listen, they'll buy your car too. Everybody gets approved no matter what your credit history is, no matter what your credit score is. We guarantee everybody over there at Bellman and Bellman.com. In Troy, Missouri, like I said, you got the Buick, the GMC on one side of the street. The other side, the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We are ramping things up for the summer. They want to buy your car, and they want to get you in a new one. So go see them today.
I'm going to have to see them soon. My AC went out in my truck.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I might check on it later.
This is not the good. This is the wrong day to have your
BMW.
AC. Are you today? Yeah. Because it's the wrong day of the week to have.
Wrong week of the year.
I can't believe it. I told you,
hot
dude, sell your truck. I got the guy. I got
a
guy.
Why are you yelling at me to sell my truck?
Because I got a guy who will get you a new one.
What? So you can make a fucking thing off of my truck? My truck's, dude, it's only got 120,000 miles on it. It's been paid off for a while. Mm-hmm. Like it drives like a Cadillac. It's just the check engine light came on and the blower's going too much.
I got a guy that'll find you a car from $15,000 all the way up to $500,000.
I'm going to fucking Bellman, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to Bellman.
For the Buick GMC.
I don't give a shit
Chrysler,
about your buddy.
Dodge, Jeep,
I'm going
Ram.
to my boy fucking Danny
I'm
boy.
just telling these people over there in Canada and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
he'll deliver it to you.
I get
Canada.
you on that. Yeah. Well, he needs to be a sponsor before
he'll deliver it to Finland, too.
Who cares about him until he starts paying me some coin? But Bellman, they've been on since fucking get-go. I'm going to them, and I'm getting a fatty.
I'm only going to Bellman, and you need to get a Denali, dude.
I'm going to get a Denali truck.
Yeah. Okay. Let me hook you up with that.
They're awesome, dude. With black rims.
Let me call Danny.
Black rim, blacked out, badass looking. I'm going to get the 3/4 ton, too.
Okay. You don't know what you're talking about with any of that stuff.
Chassis, man.
Okay. Oh, it's on a truck chassis.
Jesus, Andy. Just keep going. Go. We got to play golf.
Bellman.com. All right. Mars Blade. Get your rollerblades.
Toe dragging cougars. That's what I do. I toe drag them cougars.
Marsblade.com. People asking us about a promo code. We don't have one as of yet, but like Austin Matthews, Zetterberg, Cronwall.
There's your promo code right there. Just watch Austin
all
Matthews
these dudes.
wheel around.
Get the holders too. The skate holders. They're great for your skates. The rollerblades, it's the first rollerblade ever, Cam, that's been created that makes you feel like you're on ice skates, honestly. So marsblade.com, so check that out. All right, Brian Boyle, this guy's the man. Huge fan, and just in terms of everything he's overcome. When I say fan, I'm not talking about the hockey Brian Boyle. I'm just talking about the person, everything he's overcome, his family, all of them. Very intrigued by
my parents.
Brian Boyle. He's the best.
He's the best. But I'd be mad at my mom and dad.
Well, listen to Brian Boyle right now. It's an amazing guy, full of miracles. Enjoy it right now on the Cam Strick Podcast. The Cam Strick Podcast is brought to you by CarShield. You know, nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and you know right off the bat you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now to the interview.
Hello.
Boyles.
What up?
What's up, fellas?
What up, man?
What are you doing? What are you doing today?
I just got back from the gym.
Oh, of course you did.
Parking lot.
Yeah. He's looking at himself in the mirror, Cam. That's what he's doing.
That's exactly what he's doing. Combing that luscious hair. Where you living at?
I'm just like 20 miles south of Boston in Hingham, Mass, where I grew up.
Halem. So like everybody knows you. It's like everybody you grew up around. Like it's everybody's still there. Everybody comes back home or what?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I got a big family, and most of them are here or in the neighboring towns. I get my buddies. It's a good crew of guys I grew up, playing with and I went to college with. They're all kind of around Boston area. And, my wife has become friends with their wives, so it works out pretty good for me to keep her happy up here. And I don't have to go very far. I get to hang out with my dad a lot, which is always a blast.
Listen, I feel like that's common. Like in Boston, like everybody like stays friends with each other. You know, like here in St. Louis, like you may still like remain in contact with a bunch of your old school friends, but you meet new people and you start hanging out in different circles. But I feel like Boston, like everybody gets so tight and they're like lifelong buddies.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I started going to the gym. I had a little scope on my knee and I walked in. And we just have we have a great summer crew where like, everybody's giving you hugs your first day back in the gym. It's like our own team, in the off season, and especially with the hockey guys, that's just predominantly who we hang out with. It's our schedules are the same. We get a lot of time off after we hit the gym. We go and play some golf. It's the interest line up, and but there is sort of a loyalty to one another. I feel like in this town, everybody kind of stays local, and even if they live elsewhere, they make their way back and make sure they see everybody.
Yeah, man, that's exactly how it is here, to be honest with you. Andy just doesn't know because no one invites him to hang out. It's exactly what we do.
It is.
It's exactly what we do.
But then you meet other people and you kind of start hanging out with other people too.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Like, you get back, and like it just makes like going to the gym, because you've been doing this for a long time, dude. I mean, you got almost 900 games. Like getting up and going to the gym. Like, I know you get used to it, but it's nice to have all the guys motivate, have fun. Let's go get a bite to eat afterwards, golf. Just makes it easier.
Oh, I mean, working out sucks, but you go there and you hang out, and you can shoot the shit. You can, the first couple of weeks you're catching up, you're hearing stories. Hey, what's this guy like? What's that guy like? You play with this, your coach got fired. What happened there? And it's awesome. It's like, same reason when I'm driving now, I mean, maybe because I'm older, but I'm listening to hockey podcasts like you guys and Chicklets and 32 Thoughts and Missing Curfew. Like, I just want to hear these stories because it just interests me. It's a blast. And, that's my life. And when we get to the gym, you gotta grind through some stuff. You hate doing it, and you kind of do it together. It's like I said, it's like our team in the off season, and it's awesome for all of us, because then you watch them during the season, everyone has a good year, and you're a part of that in the off season, building that.
Who's your favorite podcast?
You guys.
I never heard of the other podcast you mentioned, by the way. Never heard of them. Hey, did you see Biz last night too, by the way, with that haircut? My God, was he funny, man. But
dude, unreal.
He even made Greta laugh. Greta was laughing at him.
Oh, yeah.
They're
but he's sitting right next to Wayne Gretzky.
I know.
And he's trying to be serious. He's trying to be serious.
Yeah,
I'm just staring at his head.
Then he's doing serious analysis, Brian.
Oh, we love him.
Yeah.
We love him, man.
It's fantastic.
So, like, where do you, explain where you think, so you're in Boston, like, what's your setup like? Are you by the ocean? Like, what's your house like?
So in, 20 years ago, they built a golf course with homes on it in my town. And my parents ended up, I don't know how the hell they did it, but they figured out a way to get in there. And I was still in college, and I would go back to see them at the golf course. And I saw that I don't know if it was like motivation or whatever, but I was just like, I got to live here. I got to make it to the NHL so I can live here. Yeah. And that's, my dad's on behind 12 green, and I'm behind 16 green. So I got a little golf cart, and I just kind of bop back and forth to his house, or we go play golf.
Oh, man.
My little brothers play, and it's awesome, man. It's fantastic.
You have like a 13-bedroom house? Because everybody's got a place to they got to have a place to sleep when they come over, Brian.
Yeah. So we have plenty of space for everyone to sit, and then we could move some kids around to get some people to sleep there, but we try to kick them out at the end of the day. We got a baby. We got a 5-month-old now. It's you go stay at mom and dad's.
Yeah, put your foot down on that.
Yeah. Hey, congrats on the baby. Hey, listen, I remember you were here, like you said. Hey, you were focused on making the NHL and stuff. You played in the Frozen Four here in St. Louis, man. I saw both those games. And I know, listen, maybe it's a bad memory because you guys lost in the final and whatever, but Corey Schneider was your goalie. Tell me if I'm wrong, man. Were you playing defense in that game during the Frozen Four?
Yeah. The last 8 games of my senior year, I was playing D. So, right when the Hockey East playoffs started, I was on D, which, in my head, I was like, well, I'm a forward, so I'm gonna have some fun with this. And it was so much fun. That was awesome until I turned it over and Abdicator went down and scored with 18 seconds.
Yeah, we didn't see that. We didn't see that.
part.
I think you scored a goal in the game too, and you're scoring goals left and right. Did they try to turn you into a defenseman when you turned pro, or was that never even in the conversation?
Well, so it was after my junior year. I did a little D. I penalty killed on D. and the rationale was that I could ice the puck. So either way, it was great because it helped me like learn a different part of the game. And then so after my junior year, LA was like, they offered me a great contract, and I was like, okay, well, some people in the organization were saying you're going to be a center, and then they're like, well, we might put you on D. And I was like, well, I don't really want to sign if I don't know where I'm going to play. And so I went back for senior year. Plus, we had just lost the year before in the finals to Wisconsin. So I went back, played forward, and then did the D thing. And then I went to Manchester and played forward in the playoffs. And then when I signed, they're like, okay, you're a defenseman now, because they had me and they wanted me to be a defenseman. So my first 30 games in the American League, I was on D. All through training camp, I was on D. It was great. I was scoring goals in the American League too. And then my plus minus, I think, was last in the league.
Playing D in the American League sucks, I would think.
Well, they were just yelling at me to get my gaps. And then Cam, you came down for a little bit with I think it was either Lowell or Alb, I forget. And you're yelling at me, and I'm like, these are the worst.
Oh my god!
These guys are coming on the
settle down, Cam. Settle down.
Well, I was jealous of his hair.
There's one ref. Yeah, but it was, I enjoyed it. And then I started getting the hang of it, I thought. And then they moved me back up front. And I was kind of disappointed because I really committed to it all summer. And but it helped me as a centerman.
Yeah.
I mean, just trying to be there for those D-men when Cam's coming down on the forecheck.
Well, you're 6'7". I mean, and back then, there weren't too many guys your size playing forward, man. So they were like, okay, you're like a defenseman. You're 6'7". So that was probably just their thought, just because of your size.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was better at it, because I think I'd have a much bigger house.
Hey, you're on the golf course. You're on the golf course.
You're on the golf course.
Yeah, I'm in there, but it's not the.
You're in the poor part of the.
We're on the back nine. Hey?
Yeah, I get you. But tell us about growing up, man. For one, we'll get into just growing up with so many different siblings. But what'd your mom and dad do for a living?
Oh, my dad was in sales. He worked for Federal Express back when it was called Federal Express, in sales, and then he moved to a different company. He started his own company, right before I got to high school. He's always in sales. He actually got really sick. I think the stress of trying to start a company with 13 kids.
Oh God.
Caused that, and he was supposed to be long gone. He had 5% chance to live. 5 more years or something, and that was in 99.
I was gonna say 99.
It's an unreal story. But my mom was obviously taking care of all the kids, but she had a really good eye with real estate, and they had built a home in our town in a brand new neighborhood. So that that kept us afloat, really, because it's expensive to have a couple kids, never mind, baker's dozen. And private school, and we all went to parochial Catholic school in high school.
My God.
It's just it was, the older I get, and I have 3 kids now. I don't know how the hell they did it, because it's so expensive to do anything. And they had us in everything. They gave us opportunities, and if we met them halfway, it was just a work ethic, a humility thing. And if you have a passion for something, they're going to do whatever to put us in spots where we can be successful. And I don't know how, but they did it, and they're superheroes.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. Actually, we want to talk to your mom and dad, if you don't mind putting them on the phone.
Especially
if they're nearby.
That's a way better. Yeah, that's a way better podcast.
And we're going to talk about your dad's story, because I've heard about that too, and I want you to tell that. But listen, did you guys ever go out to dinner or on vacation? How would you get there? Because unless you're having I don't know how big of a van, you need an RV to carry the family around.
Yeah, Ford Econoline. It was red, had the big sliding door, and it was 3 rows of seats, and then it was an extended back, right? So we'd go up to New Hampshire, where my parents and grandparents had bought a condo years before. Together, and we would drive this thing up. I'd have mini sticks in the back of the trunk, and I'd be 5-6 years old in this front wheel drive van, driving up in the winter to Mount Washington or Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, for 3 hours without, never mind a seatbelt. I didn't have a seat. And so we'd always stop at McDonald's, and halfway up pretty much, it was like, and we'd go and we'd all have skis somehow, and we'd ski for a couple days. And, you know, there was like an indoor pool that was at the, you know, the base of the mountain. That was our family vacation if we weren't going to like Montreal or, you know, Ottawa or Buffalo for hockey tournaments just for me.
Mount Washington is the highest point, I believe, in the East Coast there.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
No, it's the coldest. It's the top of it's the coldest little lookout tower up there. It's the coldest part.
Hey, listen, we're there. Okay, help us like understand this, because you're number 7 of 13 kids. So was this normal? Like, were other families in the neighborhood having a ton of kids too? And like, what was the reaction like when your parents like would say, "Hey, we're having another baby"? Like, were all the kids like celebrating, or were you like, "Oh my God, like
Enough.
I got to share more toys"? Like help us understand this, Brian.
Well, yeah. So no, it was not normal. We knew that. People would be like, "It's the same as it is now." It's like, "You what? How many?" And you know, that was us growing up. My mom and dad would sit us down for the last few and be like, "We have news," and it was like the worst thing you could ever tell us, because the responsibility like fell. I mean, that's the only way it worked, right? Like my older siblings would basically take care of me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember one time when I was in like kindergarten, I didn't have school one day for some reason, and I was in the basement, and I came up, and my parents were having breakfast at the kitchen table, and I came up the stairs. So I'm like 4 or 5 years old, and I remember this clearly, and I was like nervous to go and sit at the table with them too, because I had never like been around them by myself. My siblings were always there.
Yeah.
And I was like, they weren't strangers obviously, but they were very intimidating, and I didn't want all that. I didn't want, you know, both sets of eyes on me. I don't know what they're going to ask me. And my dad's like, "Come over, have some breakfast." And it was just, I remember it was bizarre feeling that way. It's the only way I can describe it. But then, like, you know, obviously I'm very close with them, and they made time for all of us. But when the new baby would come, it was like, okay, you're 7 years old and you're changing diapers and putting the kid to sleep, and just kind of responsibility fell now down to the next kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just like we had a room for the baby, and then that kid would stay in that room until the next baby came, pretty much.
And then they have all the attention, and you're like, "I'm 7 years old."
Because
like,
listen, I'm the youngest of 4, and like I hear the story. Like before I was born, like my oldest sister like cried, like didn't want another kid in the house.
She did.
Okay, so I mean, it was like traumatic. I've got 3 kids though, and like so I can relate with you, man. How expensive they are. It's crazy. They're in hockey and all these other sports, man. It just doesn't stop. So. It's amazing that they were able to do this. Did the Today Show call you? Did anybody do like?
Were you on Ellen?
Did Oprah bring you into studio and say like they did hook you up with something? Like, it's amazing that you guys were able to do this. In all seriousness, man, I give you guys all the credit in the world. It's amazing.
Oh well, I mean, give it to mom and dad. They were on the. I think it was like the early show. They were on a couple different shows after my dad was, you know, healed, because it's just such an incredible story. And it's, but yeah, I mean, there's been people talk about it once in a while, and it's really cool because like now my kids are in school with, you know, they're at the Catholic school that I went to, and they're, you know, 3 or 4 of their cousins from different families are in the same school. And it's like, you know, you're spreading our own roots now, but we're you know, back where it all started, so to speak. It's really like they have so many cousins, they're meeting so many people, they're seeing some of the same stuff that, you know, I grew up with. My kids learned to skate on the same rink I learned to skate. It's just there's an element to that I think is just really cool. And so I'm fortunate that it's worked out that way. Hey,
don't sign with the Coyotes because they all won't fit in the building. They won't even be able to get in and watch.
Yeah, dude, and you won't even have your emblem down, that logo or anything. No one even know who you are. Hey, let me ask you something though, man. Like, you're 6'7", dude. Like, you're put together. Like, are all your brothers? Do they all look like you? Like, there's no Andy in the picture. Like there's no runt of the litter. Like, are they all tall and handsome?
So Timothy is. He was actually a 4th round draft pick to Ottawa. He's like 6'2", and then like he's the closest. I have a sister who was like 5'10" and a half. She played some hoops in college. She's older. But like I have a brother who's 5'11" that could, he was an All-American diver for 4 years in college. He can't throw or catch, but he's a freak athlete. We're different.
Neither can Cam. Cam can't do that either.
If your kid can't throw, you got to be able to throw a ball.
You got to be able to dive.
Well, if you do, you got to do one or the other, Andy.
Yeah, like he could just stand and do a backflip and land on his feet, like anywhere.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he's smart. He's got like his MBA, so we couldn't be more different, right?
Do you have like a doctor in the family, an accountant in the family, a dentist in the
lawyer.
family? And how many grandkids are there right now?
Well, okay, so my sister Jen, who is
don't confuse the guy.
And can you name all your brothers and sisters for us too?
Quick.
So Jennifer, my oldest sister, went to MIT and then became a doctor. She's married to another doctor where they met at med school, and they have 10 kids.
And and they've got a bigger house than you too, just so we know.
Yeah, and then my sister's her husband's super successful. My other sister, the next one down, is she's has her own real estate company now. She's crushing it. She has eight kids.
Oh my
God.
So where are we at? That's 18. I got 3. That's 21. My sister Catherine has 2, expecting her 3rd, and my sister Julianne has 1. What is that?
So
24?
that's 25. Well, 24 with one on the way.
Yeah.
So why do you make that decision though? Like, why does she want to have 10 kids, or just like whatever happens, if I'm pregnant, this is what's going to happen. We're not gonna have protection.
Do they want another?
Part of
one?
that is like part of that is how we grew up and the faith that we have. But we're Catholic. If you weren't sure yet, we are Catholic, and I
figured that.
Cam thought you were Jewish.
I thought you were Jewish.
So we just, it's the blessing of life, and they want to, go forth and reproduce. For me, I was, we had our 2, and then I got sick, so I didn't know if I was going to have more. We wanted to have, 4.
Yeah.
We thought we were done because I'm still on the medicine, and we had this, this little miracle happen.
Wow.
He's born on New Year's Day. It's just, we love, that's kind of like, become parents. You guys know. It's.
I don't know because I can't have children. I don't think because I'm pathetic in a lot of ways.
Hey, listen, Cam's that guy, Brian. He thinks like his dogs are like having kids.
I can't have kids. Dude, it's got to be me from partying.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Man, I got problems, man.
Listen, it's hard, right? But it's the coolest thing I've ever done. It's the greatest accomplishment, and it's not even whatever it is. Like, and I'm the dad, so I don't know how the hell my wife does it, but especially this year, she stayed home while I was in Pittsburgh. But it is the most rewarding, most stressful, difficult thing I've ever done. But I see how my parents did it for us, how selfless they were, and how they just gave themselves they trusted their faith, they trusted everything, and gave us all this opportunity. And I'm so thankful for that I want to do that for my kids. Yeah. I don't think I can have that many though, because I'm not as skilled. I'm too selfish.
Hey, listen, I'll never forget. I was at the draft in LA in 2000, whatever, 7 or whatever it was. And I started talking to Austin Watson's parents in the hotel lobby. Yeah. And he's like one of 10 kids, I'm watching a fight of you fighting Austin Watson, okay? And he gave you a little tap at the end, whatever. And I'm like, have you guys ever talked to each other? Like, he's the only one in the league that can relate to you.
Yeah, Matty Gilroy's from a big family too, and I play with him in New York. But yeah, so shout out to Waddy. Yeah. My arm was sliding on me. I actually had to fight again the next game, and it was just like I couldn't even hold on. My left arm slid out, and Waddy just like, all right. So we wrestled around, and he really, it could have been bad. If I had to try and throw a left, it would have been really bad. And he I respect him and Nathan Beaulieu, who did the same thing. I think the next game where I had no other choice, but I had to go in and try, and the arm just wasn't, I couldn't hold off. So I'm going in fighting with one hand,
Oh.
and Waddy felt it right away. He's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "No." And I just said, "Let's go." And he was he was great. I played with him for a bit in Nashville. Just a great guy. I mean, overcoming what he has to do, like, just always a pleasure to be around that guy. Love being a teammate with him.
He'll put you on your ass.
He
too.
will, and
I like him
and
a
I'm
lot.
with you. And I've talked to other people who have played with him or play with him even now.
We stuck up for him,
and we did stick up for him.
Right, we did.
And he's overcome a lot. We want to get him on, man. I'm looking forward to having him tell his story. So, listen, your dad's story is absolutely incredible. And listen, we got to kind of start it from the beginning because a lot of our listeners may not know. So he had kidney cancer, right? But it was like a severe, type of cancer he had developed. And he let the family know, right, that he only had 6 months to live. And now it's been however long, 15, 16 years, whatever it is. What led to him overcoming it? How did he do it? And talk about the path that he went and the extremes that he went to, from a spiritual standpoint to overcome this disease.
Yeah. So I'm going into high school and he's like losing a ton of weight. And I remember I had a practice just like, I'm like 14 and I had a practice with a different team, like my fall league team, not my high school team in my hometown, probably 7-minute drive from my house. He's in the car waiting for me when I get out of practice, which he's never done. He's sleeping on the steering wheel. And I'm like, dude, what is it up? And I could see like his legs are like half the size they used to be. He's just dropping weight. And we couldn't figure out what was wrong. Like he never lost his hair. He never had to do chemo. So he protected me through the whole thing by saying, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I was just like, all right, I guess it's fine. And, how stupid was I? But he had a surgery, removed his kidney. He had like a softball size tumor on his kidney. Now, like miracle number one is it was like resting on his pancreas and his liver. And the fact that it didn't attach onto those and just riddle it inside of his body, that's miracle number one. Like a membrane grew between those two and protected the rest of his organs, which they couldn't explain. Now, so I call it a miracle. And then, 8 months, 9 months later, something comes back in his lung. He's got three tumors on his lung. And my uncle, highly successful man, and then a neighbor of mine who's also extremely successful in real estate. They both know my dad, but they weren't like that tight with each other. They financed a trip to Medjugorje in Bosnia Herzegovina. And there's been miracles, like documented miracles that have happened there. And it's a place where Mary appeared to these children in 1980, I believe. And they have these apparitions every day to see her. And I've met one of the visionaries. He's like the coolest dude ever. He's a regular guy. He's unbelievable, charismatic fella from, he's from Medjugorje and he's over here half the year. It's an unbelievable place. I've been there too. It's crazy. I can't even describe it, but my dad goes over there for like a week or so. He's scheduled to have surgery like a few days after he gets back. Right. So, I come home from school one day and my mom's crying in the office and I'm like, my dad's supposed to go for surgery the next day. And I was like, what is this news? What happened? Because I knew he went back to the doctor after he got back. And she couldn't really tell me what was going on. And I was like fearing the worst. And she just said, he doesn't need surgery. And I was like, is it that bad? Like, what's going on? She goes, it's gone.
Oh my God.
So he's praying on Cross Mountain and he's just like opening himself up to kind of whatever was supposed to happen. I'm at peace with it now. Like, so spiritually, like you said, he is healed. That's number one. And he's praying and he felt like a burn, like a specific burning sensation in the area where those 3 nodules were that they had found, a few weeks before. So he's like, I don't know, I guess it's getting worse, but this is what's supposed to happen. And so he gets another scan. He actually had to get it through a different doctor because the other doctor said, if it's worse, we're cutting you out anyways. It doesn't matter. Gets another scan. And the doctor is like, he kept the voicemail for, I don't know, as long as he could. And he's like, the guy's like screaming on the phone. It's gone. It's gone. And, that was in, I think 2000 or 2001. And, since then, like, different things have come up where he's had cancerous tumors come into his body. And then, like, he just finished some immunotherapy a few months ago where he thought, again, like, I'm really sick. This isn't good. And it went away again. Like, this renal cell carcinoma is what it's called. It's not good. The coach from Maine, Coach Walsh, he had it. He unfortunately passed away. I believe it was less than a year after his diagnosis. So it's like, here's a guy, I think my youngest brother was like 18 months old at the time when this all started. And so that's kind of the outlook we're looking at. If you're a parent, here's 12 kids. We lost my brother to SIDS when I was just about 2 years old. So here's 12 kids you have to support. And, the breadwinner is on his deathbed, basically.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. He dedicated his life to making sure that anybody who ever had asked him to go to a church, to a men's club, anywhere, and he's gone all over the world. He said, I'm going to tell this story because it saved me. And I have to tell this story because that's basically my contract now, that I have to live up to my end of it. And he still does it. He goes on talks. It's, he's just he's a fun guy. You guys would love him. He'll go up to the bar with you guys and he'll outlast you. He'll one kidney and everything.
Wait.
No, he's built different.
I'm just letting you know, I'm an animal, homie. There's a reason why I can't have children. Just so you know.
Hey, listen,
let me ask you. No, Andy.
Actually, he would because Cam will be in bed by 8:30.
I know.
So he will last.
Yeah, but I start at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, listen. Let me ask you though. Is this the same kind of? So Bolivia. So he's in the jungle. He's doing this thing, and he's meeting with these shaman, whatever it is. Are they taking ayahuasca? Is it that kind of? Okay, something completely different than that. Excuse my ignorance.
It's like going to confession and going to church and praying the rosary. It's
okay.
It's really like it was a complete spiritual healing before anything. That's what he'll tell you. And then he's got the book. It's an easy. I mean, I could read it in less than a week, so I call it an easy read.
About 6 months for me. All right, I got you on that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let me ask you this. Okay, so you said your neighbor and your uncle financed it.
Yeah, the place is there, right? It's there. If you can figure out a way to get there, and you contact us. So when he goes back, he's been back like 20 times or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he brings people that are really sick. We've done. It's been. What was recently? It was Chris Schupp. He brought over, or they went over, but like spoke with my dad on what to do and where to go. He played, he has ALS. He played at I believe he played at Michigan with a couple guys. And that's what he does. Like if people ever have any questions about it or want to go, they'll call him, and a lot of times they'll get a group of like 20 guys. And they'll go. I remember the summer before the draft, I was there, and there was 40 of us. It was 40 men, and varying different things in their lives that they needed to work out. My dad was just like, my whole family went 2 years after my dad went, but I was playing in the Select Festival in Minnesota, and my mom was pissed that I wasn't there. And I ended up getting the flu like the second game in this tournament. My mom came back like, told you, right? Like I was just, yeah, you did. You're right. So I ended up going two years later. Just crazy place. So like I can't describe how just like peaceful.
Indigenous people, like are they?
No, it's in the old Yugoslavia.
Oh,
it's in Bosnia.
It's in Bosnia, not Bolivia.
Yeah,
okay, my bad on that. Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then he's doing. Listen, that is an amazing story. I mean, for it to go away like that, like the book. He gave you a book that said he had 6 months left, right? Is that like something he gave the entire family?
No, so that book came. Someone approached him, was like, "Hey, write the book," and he's like, "Okay," and he, I don't think he's made any money on it. He just gives it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that was like after the fact. So that came out. I think I was with the Rangers when that came out. I'm reading it in the playoffs. Like, I should check this out. Like, about to go down for a nap before a playoff game, bawling my eyes out, like, what the hell am I doing?
Wow.
Because you just relive it. And then I actually learned a few things. I've heard him do his speech, his witness talk, they call it. But he never told me that. My mom was obviously very aware of what was going on. And then, like, my sister right above me, I think that was his cutoff. And it really, like, it affected her quite a bit. It was just, it's difficult. You get PTSD from it. And, you get through it, though. That's just one thing he taught me. It's just like, things happen and you get through it.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And then you get diagnosed with a form of leukemia. What was that experience like for you to hear that and then go tell your parents that you have leukemia?
Yeah, you nailed it there. Like, first of all, you're shocked. Like, I had 2 kids. My daughter was 4 months old. I had been feeling crappy pretty much since she was born. And it's just getting worse and worse. And then they're like, well, you have leukemia. And I'm like, what? What do I do now? Like, neither one of these kids are going to remember me if I don't make it. So I looked into it. Like we got more news back. We started praying like crazy, just like whatever this is supposed to be, trying to take a page out of my dad's book. Unfortunately, we had experience with it. And then calling them up was like, because they had known, like, I hadn't been on the ice yet. It's the 4th day of training camp. Like, what the hell's going on? My dad pays attention to all that.
Sure.
I'm like, I have leukemia. And it was just like silence on the other end. And my mom she doesn't miss a beat, though. She's like, we're going to pray the rosary. We're all going to get on the phone tonight. And it's like, how are you supposed to do that, Mom? She's like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Zoom wasn't quite as popular.
Right.
For better or worse.
You could have invented Zoom there, Brian. You could have made a lot of money.
So, yeah.
So they get the whole family
we got it under
on.
control. Yeah, we got it under control pretty fast. The prognosis was really good, and I responded really quickly to the medication because there was a lot of, a fair amount of worry about side effects. And it thankfully it's worked out, and I'm able to live a, pretty normal life. It's just like brushing my teeth with the medicine every morning and every night. Okay,
so did you consider going to where your dad went to like get that type of spiritual healing?
Yeah, I mean, my mom and they were kind of thinking about planning something, but it was just like we had it under control. We had certainly, prayed enough for, and we continue to do it. I mean, it's such a big part of our lives. And I had to play the games. I wanted to get back in, and the season had just started. So it wasn't like I went home for a few days and just to show my parents, like, hey, I'm good. Like, because, you talk to them on the phone, but I just drove up from Jersey back home and spent a few days there, went to Dana-Farber just to kind of get another opinion, just to be safe. And everyone was great. And the Devils were unbelievable. Ray Shero, John Hines, like they were incredible with all of it. But it was just like, something terrible like that happens. And I think this is why, like, what separates our league. Like, everyone had my back. It was like guys that I hated my whole career were like tapped me on the shin pads, like, or reaching out to me, texting me, calling me. Like, everybody was there for me and my family, especially when I needed it. And I was just like, this is a special league we're in, and I'm very lucky. It just reminded me of, how blessed that we are to be a part of this league.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Who was the guys that reached out to you? Who did you hate that reached out to you?
Reaver. Chris Neal.
Oh, Neal.
Eric Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson.
So, you know what? I will say it's weird playing hockey games when guys are like in the middle of the game or at a TV timeout, telling you that, you're inspiring to them and you're great. Like, no, let's play the game. Let's play.
Well, you are.
It's weird though, but it was great. And then I've been on the other side of that where, like, Oscar Lindblom, like he came back. He had a brutal treatment plan, and he was back playing. And I was just like, dude, I'm so happy you're playing.
Well, go ahead, man.
No, I think it's incredible.
How'd you feel though? Like, explain the feeling of it. Like, is there certain little things You know, everything's
lethargic. And,
like everything's amplified when you're a pro athlete, right? If you're sitting on your couch and you have to make phone calls all day for a job, like it's not going to creep up on you as fast. But if you have to perform at a high level, like just like explain the little things that you start feeling.
Okay, like I get out of bed, I put my feet on the ground, and I feel like I'm stepping on nails.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, okay, what's going on down there? And then, you walk in and it's fine. And then so I did all my, like, whatever training camp testing was. I did it 2 weeks before training camp. I just wanted to see kind of what I was going to do, give myself a number to try and beat. And, I didn't even go all out. I'm doing pull-ups, right? So I do like 18 pull-ups. And I'm like, all right, feel good. I could probably get 20 at camp. I get to camp, a couple weeks later. And I did all my testing before we did the blood work, and then we did the testing. But before the results came in, I still have to do the testing. I get up, I do 13 pull-ups, and like the last 2 weren't real. They just gave them to me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I'm telling the trainer, I'm like, dude, this isn't normal. He's looking at me like, yeah, okay, buddy, you didn't train this summer.
Oh, man.
And I'm like,
wow.
I did. And then we're doing bike tests, and I'm awful. And I'm like, this feels like my first day of working out in the summer. And then I got a tap on the shoulder after I'm doing media availability, like, hey, we got to go to the hospital right now.
Really?
And then my heart sank. I'm like, I knew something was up, and this is not good. And I had like 85,000 white blood cells in my body when you should have like 4,500. And it just would slow everything down. My blood was like molasses, and I just couldn't do anything. And then when the medicine started working, it was like I was blood doping. I couldn't get tired because I had been training with this disease for 3 months, and then when the medicine started kicking in, I was just like buzzing around. Maybe it was mental too because I finally felt normal. But that's when I knew the medicine was working. I was just it was like, here's another chance to play, and I was so happy, and it was excellent.
Like rushing gas in your system,
it is.
baby.
And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Then he scores a hat trick on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Like, I will say that's a little crazy too. I mean, there is something about like I feel like I may go buy a lottery ticket after talking to you today.
I'm probably gonna get struck by lightning.
I mean, I just feel like something good is gonna happen today. Just actually, true story. I don't want to say what it is, but while I'm talking to you, I just got a very, very positive email that I've been waiting to hear back from somebody. So, I mean,
thanks, Andy. Yeah, does it have anything to do with us? Am I going to benefit from this damn thing?
You'll benefit too.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, this would not have happened if we weren't talking to.
I know.
To
Can
Brian
we keep
Boyle
you around?
I know. Can you hang out with us? Hey, listen. So, but the hat trick. Had you ever had a hat trick in the NHL before? Have you had one since?
No, and no. And then if you go and you watch the goals, like 2 of them hit me. They hit me, like they hit my stick and went in, and it was like I didn't really. That's a good bounce, and something else, something bigger's going on here. It kind of added to the story, but that's not me getting a hat trick. That's the higher power trying to use something to make somebody feel better somewhere. I said that in the post game too. I said, if you're struggling and you have to just continue on. You have to endure, and because that was just that's you can call it shit luck or you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it was a couple nice bounces and then a great pass from Halsey.
Yeah, it was a sick one-timer. But did you say you cried after you scored the first goal, or was it the first goal back after returning from cancer?
Yeah, so it was the first goal back with Jersey the first year. My son had just finished getting a surgery, so he had a rough go a few weeks after my diagnosis, and we'd finally gotten kind of that thing under control. Right before I was supposed to play, he had a rare malformation in his jaw where like all his arteries got tangled up and his jaw was just growing and growing and growing. But no, there's no bone there. It was pretty dangerous, actually. And he's the only kid in the world ever that has gotten what's called an AVM where he got it. So they thought it was Ewing sarcoma. They told me he had bone cancer.
Wow.
I was like destroyed.
Is this your oldest?
Yeah. And it destroyed me. Like that was the hardest part of that season by a mile. Like my stuff was nothing. Like I skinned my knee basically compared to what I was dealing with my son.
Oh man.
What my wife dealt with my son. He had come out of surgery and they had found a way to cauterize certain vessels where it was going to come down. They were very forthright with us, said this is 18 months, 2 years, maybe we're going to have to keep doing this. And he had, like 14 different surgeries. So, by the time he was almost 5 years old, that we had to deal with this, like all through Jersey, going to the hospital randomly at night because he started bleeding. One of his teeth were falling out and there was no way to stop the bleeding. Like crazy, scary, still have PTSD about that stuff with him. And he had just come out of surgery. God, man. And I had called because I was going to go back up. My wife said, don't. And I got a goal there. And that was more for him than for anything with me, really. It was plus the building went bananas too. They were so supportive. Those fans, the Jersey fans, they were incredible, man. They were awesome.
I remember seeing your post-game interview and all that. And like the medical, like these people, man. I mean, these surgeons, these doctors, Brian. These people are like incredible in what they're able to do. Yeah,
angels, man.
Well, what about the people that you went and the spiritual people? I mean, all the people that listen that aren't very spiritual, and we have a lot of them that listen to us. Like, what's the difference when you go you travel 2,000 miles and you do all this? What's the difference when you doing that and the spiritualism, if that's a word, than going to a church in the middle of Missouri and doing it that way? Like, what's the difference?
So I think I don't want to speak for my dad in this one, but I think it's just, he got to a place where it was so peaceful. He saw the devotion these people had. He went to confession several times within seven days. He thought of some more stuff. And it's just like, it's just I don't know. It's hard to explain it. But it brought him to a place where he tells it like he could pray with his heart. He could be completely present in what he was doing and devote that time to prayer and trying to speak with God and help him in that way. And to answer your question, there's no difference because I believe that he's everywhere and he is everywhere. And I've actually seen it. Like, I've seen these miracles happen, and I've seen more miracles happen when a team from one of the greatest pediatric cancer institutions in the world comes up to me and says, your son has cancer. And I look them in the eye and say, no, he doesn't. And we're praying and we're praying and we're praying this away. And then they go to do a biopsy on his chin and they come back to me, and the oral max surgeon, the guy that's seen all of this, who has trained himself to have a certain demeanor when he gives people any kind of news, has tears in his eyes telling me he does not have cancer.
Wow.
And the guy's like 6'5", and I'm 6'6", and we're hugging it out in the middle of this waiting room where all these people are just looking at us, and I'm sobbing and he's sobbing. I'm like, people have their own beliefs, and that's we love everybody, and we think that you should have your own beliefs. You should have conviction in what you believe in. I just know this without a shadow of a doubt because it's been proven to me time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly don't need to go to Medjugorje to have that reinforced. I just it is a special, special place though. And I guess that's the best way I can describe it, because it's a hard thing to kind of quantify or to, really explain, with real like hard evidence and substance.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you, man.
Listen,
I do. I'm just
and
curious.
You're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah, you are.
Did you pray to get that wife too? I mean, a beautiful wife, by the way.
No, he looks handsome.
Lingerie
that's what
model.
he did.
Lingerie
what do you mean,
model.
pray?
I mean, that's like
she prayed to get him.
There's a high. I mean, so the most beautiful couple in the NHL,
Oh,
maybe.
my God.
So
have 12 kids, will you?
now it's how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys meet? What's the love story there?
So in New York, she was working in New York, and I had met her, and like Michael Del Zotto comes into this.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
God.
Was he trying to wheel that too?
Sean Avery comes in on this. So she's a beautiful woman, and in New York City, usually they hang with the certain, you know, her friends were attractive as well, and they show up at Warren 77, which Sean Avery was a part owner of, or an owner of the bar. And they walk in the door, and I'm like, well, I'm definitely not talking to any of them. Like, it's intimidating. And DZ gets up, and he's chatting away, and meets one of them. And then she was friends with my wife. So she's friends with Lauren, but she's just visiting. So then, like, whatever, I just spoke with all three of them for a little while, and you know, didn't think much of it, because I was just like, I'm not throwing my hat in this ring. Like, I'll get trampled on.
Are you kidding?
So then she had come back to visit Lauren again, and DZ's like, we're going bowling, so you can come. I'm like, I'm not going on your double date. And Lauren didn't want to go either. We started chatting. We chatted for like 6 months before I had the balls to, probably like a year before I had the balls to even ask her on a date, or to date her.
So you were talking to her for a year before you asked her out?
Yeah, they became very good friends.
Yeah, well, because also the other part was like, how many guys are just saying dumb shit to her every single night she goes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I was trying to take a different approach.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it worked. It worked.
But you're also
It did,
6'7" with beautiful hair. You're very good looking. You're playing in
oh,
New
my
York.
hair's
Like,
going bye-bye.
no, it's not.
Well, we got a fix for that.
I know what bald hair looks like. Okay, damn it.
Hey, we got a sponsor for that
we
hair
do.
club, by the way. They'd love to meet with you.
We're keeping you handsome
we
forever.
can work on that as well. So she was Aaron was Aaron Boros on that team too. Hey, but don't tell me he was with you also.
Dude, so I'm sitting there in the booth chatting to these girls. He's like, hey, Boiler, this girl down the other end of the bar wants to talk to you. I was like, okay. And he takes my seat at the table. So like an hour goes by. I come back. I'm like, hey, sorry about that. Like, he just fed me a line of bullshit to go down, and so he could slide in.
Oh!
He's like, don't. So she goes, don't let him sit down again.
Oh, my God. Oh, we're going to have to get
And
him.
where was Hank?
Yeah, Hank's not allowed to hang out. Yeah.
He was brushing his hair in the back.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, of course he was. That's great.
That's a
man.
cool ass team, though.
What a cool team.
Yeah,
What
we
a
had
fun
fun.
team.
Yeah, it was a girl. That was awesome. I
Rusty?
kind of grew up there. Rusty, yeah. He
Yeah.
came, he might have come the next year. Yeah.
He was a little wheel, too. Yeah.
Oh, he's
I like him a lot.
Hey,
what
so-
a guy. Like, one of the best teammates ever.
Yep.
He would do anything
I know.
at 5'11" for anyone.
Wow, I love hearing that. Hey, so your wife though, like you introduced her to your family. I mean, you got 13 kids and all that type of stuff, and like the spirituality and everything that comes with it. How did she, relate to that and all of a sudden kind of fit in with the family?
Yeah.
Like, what was her reaction to it all?
Yeah, I just was like, so when she was coming up to meet everyone, we had watched The Fighter. I don't know if you guys remember that movie with Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale and the sisters that he has from Lowell. So I described my sisters as that, like with like deadpan, right? I was just saying like, yeah, my sisters are a little bit like this, so just be careful. And they're not at all. Freaking out. 4-hour drive from New York back to Hingham, Mass. And she's like, so what, like, should I just not say anything? I'm like, just be careful. And, but no, like she comes in and everybody was like looking at me like, how did you pull this off? And, immediately, okay,
I play for the Rangers. Okay.
You're awesome. She yeah. So, I mean, everybody fell in love with her right away. She's just like, I mean, if you guys knew the crap that she had to do the last few years, I mean, this year, right? She's pregnant with 2 kids at school by herself, then has the baby, and she's on her own. She won't get a nanny. She's raising her kids. And I'm like, just some help, like 3 times a week, something. She's like, yeah, maybe. But she just doesn't stop. And it's incredible. And I'm so lucky for it. Man.
Well, if she's got her hands full, get a damn nanny, though.
Well,
right?
I know, but that's how they are,
no, I'm
Cam.
just saying.
That's how they are.
Well, they
Like,
could at least clean the house up while you
some
take
of
care of
them
the kids.
they don't want to be interfered with, man. They have their routine. They have their way
but
of
you
going
don't want to
about
torture
it.
yourself either.
So, how many brothers and sisters does she have, and how many kids does she want?
How many sisters does she have?
She's got one. She's got one brother, her younger brother, Jonathan. He's the man. He's down in Florida. They're from Orlando, which is nice. Her parents live on Bay Hill, which is really nice. They're an unreal family. She wanted a big family. After this third one, we'll have to see. The kids, actually, funny thing is, Declan and Bella, my two kids, my older kids, they're asking for another kid already.
Oh.
So it's the opposite of what we were growing up with.
Right.
Like, no more kids. Like, no, they're like, no, you guys will. They're so spoiled though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I gotta get them to work.
You got to put your foot down on that.
Hey, so a couple more things for you, man.
Man,
So happy we talked to you. What's your plan for this coming? Like, you want to keep playing? Like, I mean, it sounds like you're in that mindset where, like, you're not ready to hang them up yet. You had a good season this past year with Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of built up. You know, I guess that's to be expected from not playing. It's just, I wanna win. So I'm gonna keep training and see where it goes. I'd love to go back to Pitt. That was just a great, unreal place. Those guys it's a special place. I mean, playing with Sid and those guys, and Sully was awesome. I've known Hexy for a little while. I was really thankful for that chance, and I want to keep going just because, like, man, it's so hard because I still think we should have won that series against New York, and look at New York now. That's how close it is. And I mean, not trying to take anything away from them. I think they're getting better and better too. It's just like it's there, and I just want another chance. I mean, I've come close, and I'd just love to be a part of something like that. I'd do anything just to be a part of a team that can do that.
We want you here in St. Louis.
I was gonna say,
Brian. We want you here in St. Louis.
I kind of want you here, homeboy.
We may have to make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hang out with you. Hey, what about, like, even after hockey? Like, dude, you could do whatever the hell you want. Would you want to do, like, I don't know, management shit? Would you want to coach? Like, what would you want to do?
I love the game, right? I've always woke up, thought about the game, gone to bed thinking about the game. I watch every playoff game. My son's watching all the games. But I want to be around my kids. And I want some continuity in them. Like, my son's gone to 4 schools in 4 years already. Just because of kind of how my career's gone, I'm at the end of it. The other thing is, like, I've never had like a plan B, right? Like, this is what I'm doing. This is my main focus. Like, I went a whole year last year being like, all right, well, I'm going to get another chance. So I better be ready. But I do want to stay involved in the game. It's just been a part of my life since I can remember. Like, I don't remember not thinking or playing hockey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how young I was when I started. I don't think I can walk away from playing or hobble away from it, because I'm going to keep doing it until I can't anymore. But it's if it works, if it makes sense for the kids and for Lauren, I'm open to anything. I just love it. I love the game. I ask a lot of questions. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, you don't have
we
to.
can use you on our show.
Hey,
we need a sex symbol.
Hey, you know what's amazing to me, though? Exactly. You know what's amazing to me? Because, like, hockey, like, you cannot be, like, you can't have one foot in and succeed.
You got to be all in.
You got to be all in, and you can't do it on your own. I mean, like, my son's playing. I grew up playing. I'm coaching Cam, obviously, making it to the NHL. Like, you guys know, you can't, like, just have one foot in. Like, how did your dad do that? Because he's got all these other kids. Did he know at an early age that he had something special in you and that you had a chance? And so he was like, hey, I'm all in on number 7?
I think so. I think, like, there's a Metro AAA league here in the Boston area that they came and said, you're going to play for our team. My dad, like, he saw me do things when I was young and pick things up when I was young that I guess he told my mom, he goes, this one's different. My mom thought he was nuts. And there were a lot of times when we're going places and doing things, and my mom's, taking care of 10 or 11 kids back at home, where we're, like, having a blast up in Toronto or in Montreal or something, playing, 5 or 6 games in 3 or 4 days.
Oh yeah.
At, like, 10 years old, right? And then I'm playing mini sticks, and he just, like, he knew something, and he was like, I'm going to keep putting you in until you show me, like, or, like, he's basically like, if you still have this passion for this and you still want to do this, and I'm going to give you every opportunity. And then, you get older and you hit puberty and some kids fizzle out. And then I just kind of kept going, and he was just like, all right, we got something here. And, you're not getting a new car for 10 years because, you're paying for these tournaments. You're not, they're selling that vacation home up in New Hampshire because, we're paying for these tournaments or this league or this equipment. Plus, I'm growing like crazy, so I got to get new skates all the freaking time. They did more. I just feel guilty sometimes. Like I haven't been. Like you want to do more for them, but that's just how they are wired. They did that. I mean, they still do that for all their kids. I was definitely spoiled in that sense, though, and even my siblings, like they took a back seat a lot of times for me to be able to do what I could do. They're unbelievable, so supportive too. Keep me humble as well. And then I watch what they do in terms of how they parent and how they live their lives. And they're, it's just it's great for me. I'm so blessed to have the family I do. Because Andy, like you said, like no chance I'm here. Talking to you guys right now or playing or whatever it is without all their help and support. And because it's too hard, it's way too hard. And the things they taught me in terms of persevering and dealing with shit, bad things happening, and mental toughness too. Like that's probably the best lessons they had from all those, my siblings and my parents.
Can I give you a piece of advice? I know
Sure.
exactly what you're talking about with the parent thing, man. Don't ever feel bad. You don't think your mom and dad watch you play and they see you go through all these little ups and downs and your whole family watching you play. Like they got so much joy out of that. And just like my parents, man, all that sacrifice, that money, all the ups and downs, craziness going on, my parents fighting over money because we're traveling every weekend. They got so much satisfaction watching us play to where they'll never, ever be able to take that back and want to take that back no matter what. Just so you know. Just so you know.
That's it. And Cam only played, baby. And Cam only played 3 minutes a game.
I only played 3 minutes, and they loved it.
Think about how much satisfaction your parents
now
got.
They hear me on the radio every day.
Hey, you knew every second he was on the ice.
Literally every second.
That's so true.
Hey,
Hey, last thing, because I meant to ask you this earlier. So I don't mean to go back to it, but okay, so like, what's Christmas like with the family? And like growing up,
God.
would you pick names out of a hat? Did everybody get presents?
Did you get coal?
Like, what do you do?
We still do the grab. We still do names out of a hat with the siblings. If we can get everyone together, I usually do it's like a 6-minute video where I can get everybody their face on my phone camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll send it to my teammates just so I can I don't have to try to explain it. I'll just they can watch it for 10 seconds and they're like, oh my God, it's just noise. It's just noise. 3,000 candy canes and noise.
Oh my God.
And maybe a little eggnog with some bourbon in it, but that's it's crazy. It's fun. Yeah, it's a blast.
Hey, and you've had a great career. Listen,
awesome,
and I remember watching you in college, like I said, during the Frozen Four here in St. Louis.
Playing against you, man.
And you just knew you were going to be a good player, man. And obviously you had a long career. So keep it going. Don't stop playing. Enjoy the family. And
you've been awesome.
And you've been
Everybody
great,
respects you, man.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, thanks, man. It's been a blast. I appreciate you guys having me on to tell it a little bit. I'm like I said, I'm so thankful. So many people have helped and you guys know it's like you don't get anywhere without a little bit of help from other people as well. And then if you can help some people along the way, that's what I'm trying to teach my kids.
Hey, and Crosby's so superstitious. He probably makes you sit down right next to his ass. He's like, okay, you sit next to me. I need you like you're my guiding light. Like he wants you back. Well, you'll be back in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Sid will make sure you're
around.
I'm fine with that. Convince him of that, and we got something going here.
Yeah, there you
go. Hey, tell the family I said hi individually too. By the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll send them a telegram or something.
Hey, you're
the best. Dude. You're the best.
We're rooting for you, buddy. Yep. We'll talk later, bud.
Take care.
Thanks, fellas.
The Cam Strick Podcast is brought to you by Bellman and Bellman.com. BEHLMANN.com. Get out there to Troy, Missouri. Check it out. On one side, you got the Buick, the GMC. Options for everybody. Then right across the street, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Again, find something that works for you and get yourself a new set of wheels in time for the summer. All right, that was Brian Boyle. I've been telling you forever, Cam.
Yeah.
Now you're a believer. See, now you are.
Yeah.
Okay? It's amazing.
Look, Andy, you don't have to force that down my throat. it worked for him, and their family's special, and he's special.
Wait till I'm
just saying,
some sage
I'm just a
and some
realist.
stuff next time.
I'm just a realist.
I'm gonna
and I know a lot of people that go to church in Middle Missouri, and they're like, "Wait, what am I doing wrong?" That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm not referring to church. Like you're looking at it from that standpoint. I'm not.
Isn't that spiritual? Isn't that what you do when you go to spiritual stuff?
Yeah, there is an element of that too. Everyone has their different spirituality that they subscribe to.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's on the other side of the world. It's like, is there not a place around here we can go to that helps?
Yeah, not really. Well,
so you got to go to Eastern fucking Europe?
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's one place you go. It's no different than like everyone, like people travel from all over the world to go to the Mayo Clinic. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, oh, well, how come there's not a place over here in Germany we should just go to?
No. Here's the difference between that. It's like society's developed over here. People come here because the doctors are better, the hospitals are better. No. We have more money.
Maybe the Western.
We have more money. We have more everything.
The Eastern medicine is better.
Listen,
like old school shit.
We have the highest technology ever over here. Okay, if people flock in, or is anybody leaving U.S.? Let me know. Are people leaving U.S.?
Sure.
No. Oh yeah, where are they going?
Well, they go to like
where?
Tropical communities.
Okay, Andy. Everybody's flooding.
You don't watch HGTV, dude? The House Hunters Europe. House Hunters Bahamas.
People are flocking into the U.S. because it has the best technology, best
House
medicine,
Hunters Costa Rica.
So you can't compare it. He's going to. It's not about like technology. Like he's going to a guy.
I saw a great episode of House Hunters the other day, Cam. That was just a wonderful episode, and I always like to see what property costs around the world, dude. I find it very interesting, very fascinating.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because I find it fascinating.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm not leaving this country to go anywhere.
Well,
I might even go down to Mexico. I was debating on going to Mexico on a private jet with my buddy because I didn't want to go to Mexico. Because I didn't want to get caught down there with COVID for 20 fuck days.
Well,
I ain't doing that fucking game. COVID's still cruising.
Not if you have the feel the light and the energy, dude. You're not gonna. You just tell you don't let yourself feel defeated.
I've had some miracles too, homeboy, in my day.
Yeah.
And
well, there you
I
go.
did pray, and
you think that was on? You think you did that on your own, dude?
No, I do believe that somebody does watch over me. I got somebody that taps me on the shoulder every fucking day and says, "Cam, don't do that. Cam, watch this. Cam, watch that." Yeah. I do. I have a voice.
They should have told you not to post.
But I don't have to go to. I don't have to go to ESPN.
Yeah, where was that person to tell you not to post that video?
No, it told me to post it. That son bitch told me to post that motherfucker, and on fucking Twitter.
Hey, what are your buddies saying about that? Who golfed with us yesterday?
Oh Jesus, Andy, they think you are the funniest fucking. And then they put a montage of me and you driving the golf cart together. Hey. And they put that song on from Don Henley or whatever, what is the guy from Top Gun and all that? It was from a Caddyshack song. Yeah. I'm all right. Don't mind me. And it showed me and you just like goofing. I'll show you. God, we got some things to post.
Your golfing was embarrassing, dude.
So
You're
bad.
hurting the brand.
But no one cares about
Cam bought me like 4 things of balls. I appreciate that.
I bought you a lot of things. I probably spent $400 on Andy.
No, you didn't. What does it cost to have me golfing?
I don't know. I don't care. I got to take care
Cam's
of you.
thinking about canceling his membership, by the way.
Well, I don't golf enough.
Membership.
It's fucking $3,000
so
a month.
Lasted like is it?
Yeah, it's expensive. I spent a lot of money up there. I don't golf enough. I might have to take a year off and just get the social membership so I can get the food and go to the pool.
Yeah, that's what you want.
But I don't golf
They don't
enough.
want you there socializing, though.
They love it when I'm up there. Everybody's curious. They always come up to me like,
"They're like, what are you?
What are you?
Young folk?
Are you? What are
you?"
I'm like, hi. I go, why are you?
This is a retirement community.
How'd you make your money? Well, I don't know. my buddy Andy.
All right, so we're going golfing, so we're going to keep this close very short. And we all know, it's always brought to you by Hair Club. We thank Brian Boyle. In all seriousness, man.
Yeah, and
this guy's a warrior. Dude.
I'm not. When I ask questions, it's not about him or his family. It's more about like that dude over there.
Explain that because he's a warrior, dude.
Yeah, I know, and he listens too.
His wife,
I think he understands where I'm coming from as well.
His wife is wonderful.
Beautiful.
He used to hang out with Prusty. He hung out with
AV. Who else we give a shout out?
King Henrik,
Aaron Voros. Little
Sean
shout out.
Avery.
Prusty. Shout out Aves. Shout out. Who else we missing? Daniel Girardi. He played with me in golf. I'll give him a shout out.
Did he? David Girardi?
Danny Girardi.
Yeah.
Nice kid.
Yeah. You call him Daniel. It threw me off there for a second.
Oh, sorry. You get thrown off a lot.
Defenseman, right?
Yep. Played a long time. Danny, handsome son of a bitch.
Where'd you play with him?
Guelph. Won a championship with him.
He probably doesn't even remember you.
Probably not.
Like Jason Spezza.
Yeah, no one remembers me.
Spezza had no recollection.
I was really
of you.
quiet in the locker room.
Spezza party?
No.
Did Girardi?
Not when you got psychos on that team that really get down with it. Like, they'll come out and hang out, but they're not getting down with
Well,
it.
they hang out. That's all
That's
that
all
matters,
good,
dude.
But when you say, do they party?
I meant, are they hanging out, dude? Are they coming out with
They ain't
the boys?
going to.
Are they going
They
out
ain't going
with,
to with me and you to Patty's Cup party and getting down.
I
with it.
saw Oscar Sundquist at dinner the other night. Saturday night, had a great dinner. Louis and Damon is a great spot, by the way.
Great spot, yeah.
Great spot. And you ate there. We all went there with Biz and
We are going to be.
I know.
So
Let's go.
fucking
All right, let's go.
good. I'm sorry. We love all
but
you
I
guys.
saw Oscar, and he was like, dude, I had no idea. He's got all his boys, like people he knows up in Sweden. He's like, dude, you guys did their podcast. So give a shout out to her. I've got the Swedish flag sewn into my seats on my
Swedish flag.
on my art. Oh yeah.
Make sure it's not the Ukrainian
No,
flag
it's
and be like all
Swedish
the other.
flag.
Nimrods.
On my R series, my R Design racing series Volvo, dude, which is from Sweden. He says we're big in Sweden, dude. So
Volvo's from Sweden?
yeah,
It's not German?
no Swedish. So say
I wonder
hi.
if it's a pussy.
So
Oh, by the way.
God.
No, by the way. I got chirped so bad from every time I talk, I get corrected by our who we love. Like, my Volvo lasted 500,000 miles. My Volvo this. So they pumped up Volvos, and they're good cars, and they're
sick.
They're really safe and all that. But you're bragging about it like it's a Lamborghini. So go fuck yourself.
It's an R Design.
So go fuck
It's
yourself.
a racing series, and it has a Swedish flag sewn in there.
I get corrected
We got
every
a lot
day.
of listeners in Sweden, dude. I had to
And another one,
say hi to
we
them.
had a military guy that corrected me on
Oh yeah, you were like you're talking like a jackass about something.
about gun stop, gun crime. I kind of was right on that. He didn't really correct me, but I want to give him a shout out.
yes.
I read the whole thing.
We appreciate
I
anybody
wanted-
who reaches out
yes.
and helps us learn.
I don't
and
know everything. No
understand.
shit, I don't. We don't act like we do, but I'm just saying it. So correct me.
Yeah.
But guns do stop.
Yes, they do.
evil, homeboy.
Okay, hairclub.com, baby. 800-279-7878. Go to our landing page today, hairclub.com/Cam Strick, or just call them. You get a big chunk, big discount off your first consultation.
Yep.
Regrow, replace, restore, man. Always remember the 3 R's. 1,200 locations throughout the course of North America. So check that out, hairclub and hairclub.com. Car Shield, 800-857-2481. Something goes down in your car. Call them today, and they'll set you up. You get to pick out where you get it serviced, all that type of stuff. They hook you up with the rental car, everything. 800-857-2481, baby.
Yeah.
We love our friends over there at Car Shield. Use that promo code CAM. Sign up today. Let us know, man. Let us know how it's going when you sign up. Do it today. Bellman.com. We love Danny.
Danny boy, Dale.
Kenny.
No swinging
Dale.
dicks.
Everybody.
No swinging dicks.
You don't
there,
get
baby.
any of that there.
Ma, I beat the hell out of your husband.
Well, that
No, you
never
fucking
happened. It
didn't.
never happened.
You might have beat up Andy.
Out there in Troy, Missouri. I mean, take that back. I'm having a hard day today.
I'm sorry. Well, you're going to have a really hard day when I post it on Twitter.
No, you're not. Bellman in Troy, Missouri. You got the Buick GMC on one side of the street, the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I want that Buick.
I'm getting that Jeep Ram. I'm going to get another Jeep. I have never had one, actually.
You would get a Jeep.
Love
Wrangler.
one. I want a Wrangler, dude. It's so nice.
Chloe's going to want one, too, when she
She can have it when she turns 16.
Because that's what
Still has 5 years to
16-year-old
go.
girls want.
Yeah, still has 5 years to go. Bellman, what do you get at Bellman? I know what you don't get. What do you?
I'm getting that. You get a
great service, great customer.
100% great. Yeah.
And anybody, they take anybody's
Credit, too.
Credit.
Yeah. They do. So, they help everybody out.
Marsblade.com. Check it out.
Told you I can
Be
kill
like
yours.
Austin Matthews. Do it today. And of course, Zero Carb Life, LYFE. He was in town over the weekend. We were going to get together. Weren't able to do it because I was golfing yesterday. I got golf today. I'm golfing a lot right now. So Zero Carb Life pizzas. Get that protein, 75 grams of protein. Brody loved it in the 12-inch pizza. And they got buffalo style. They got beef crumble.
And Brody's
Cam.
picky. He's
And
a picky
this is
eater,
like what
and he
you
loves
eat
it.
after your workout, man. These are for athletes. They got that chicken crust.
So why are you
Chicken
eating
crust. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Chicken crust.
That was mean on my part. I'm sorry.
Zero carb life.
I love you.
Zero carb life.
I took care of you.
LYFE.
I did take care of you. I
It's
had
guilt free, baby.
I had everything set up for you. I took you around.
Hey, what you did was just not.
Hey, have you had but have you had a funner time playing with the boys than me and my buddy? Come on,
I've
now.
had some good golf
I'm
experiences.
sure you have. I'm sure you fucking. Oh, jeez. All right, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
I love all you guys,
Say
man.
something nice to Brian, dude. I want people like.
Boise, what Boyle? Brian Boyle? Why?
Talk to him.
I was just
Let 'em know,
the one
like-
thing about it having 12
I
kids
understand. And
would
he-
drive me nuts. I'm just being real. I got to be real for the
He's
folks.
had a great life.
I
was
know he
great
has.
at Boston College. He played defense in college for a couple of
Andy,
games.
I know. I love our fans, and they want me to ask questions and just be real. And I'm just trying to be
Well,
real.
you chirped Canada earlier.
No, I didn't.
The Canadians don't
I'm
like you now.
sorry. I love all y'all. I love you guys. Chirp me all you want. Chirp Andy, too. Just wait till I post that motherfucking video.
That's not getting
you're
posted.
fucked.
All right, listen. CamAndStrick.com.
Love all you guys.
Follow us on
And
our Instagrams, our podcast accounts, our personal accounts, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, everything, man.
We got to know.
So we appreciate the support.
Enjoy this, guys.
CamAndStrick.com.
We love you guys.
If
Enjoy
if you're new, welcome aboard. We love you. If you want to join us, we are accepting
here.
sponsorships right now.
Of course
We're looking for partners who wants to partner up with us. We'd love to have you. We don't slow down in the summer. We
Hell
let
no.
people know that
We're the
too.
best in the summer.
Yeah, we are.
We're the big boys in the summer. 'Cause we
Cam
get
and
the
Strick
big gigs.
Podcast, baby.
Love you guys.